Hello, welcome to ChaoticCalling Streaming. It took me a minute there to figure out why OBS is being more complicated than it needs to be. But we are here now, so let me get started here. I'm going to shut off my media player first, and then we'll get right into introductions. Let's get some music playing in the background. So you guys are probably listening to something edgy there. Let's change that. And let me go ahead and tune this in so we can hear the music and everybody else. Alright, so welcome to ChaoticCalling. My name is Strahd. I am the DM for this, and we want to welcome you to a Curse of Strahd campaign. We are joined by brave adventurers who have journeyed into the mist either by their own volitions or guided here by the mist itself. We have with us today Dravos Draviticus.
Hello.
Oria.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I still got Julia Sky here. I was like, I don't think she gave us a last name.
Oria doesn't have a last name. It's just Oria.
And then we got Baywin.
Hello, everyone.
And then we got Alex.
Greetings and salutations.
After returning to Vallaki, or on the journey back to Vallaki, our group said goodbye to King Murdoch. Along the way, as he had to lead his fellow Badgers to the Promised Lands. Strahd had informed the party before they left the castle that he wanted Van Richten dead, and he would return Gertrude back to life and back to safety. They returned to the Blue Water Inn to meet with Esmeralda, and with a few insight checks, find out that Rictavio was reacting to her presence. Rictavio, after some conversation, revealed he was indeed Van Richten, and Dravos told him of the party's plans and the deals they were made. Van Richten meets with everyone. I gave up on writing this. It's up to you to improvise. Bye, future me. Fuck me. Alright, so basically, if I recall correctly, we met with Van Richten. You guys had a little meeting upstairs, and you mentioned needing to go to the Amber Temple, and I believe him and Esmeralda both agreed. But as soon as one of you said the devil's name in full, he quickly told you to leave. He said, get out, you're going to draw his eye, and he doesn't want that. So after a brief breakup with the meeting, you guys are left to your own devices for the meantime. And a plan was devised, a plan that revolved getting Isaac to help as well. And the idea is that Julia, or Oria, would disguise herself as Irina. So I do believe you guys had a conversation with Irina and Ismark at the same time about this, because this is why I keep thinking there was a church scenario. So I think you guys went to talk to them, right?
Yes,
We sent,
cheated.
Yeah. And you just wanted to get more beads on her attitude, her demeanor, make sure that you're mimicking her to exactness in case this guy actually knew who Irina was, which Irina explained to you. I don't even know who this guy is. But you mentioned the obsession, that he had dolls of her and stuff like that, and that you were going to go see him first just to see what kind of guy he is. Well, we found out the hard way what kind of guy he is, because as soon as he saw what looked like Irina, the woman he's been obsessing in his dreams, he quickly tackled Oria and dragged her into the mansion, or was going to until the party enacted and started to fight. And there was a brief go-around, there was some damage dealt, and a bunch of guards that came out to the aid of Isaac, and then eventually, you switched back into your normal self, explained, this isn't me, I know where she is, blah, blah, blah. And he says, oh, really? Well, guess what? You're coming with me to the guardhouse. So he took you to the guardhouse, and I think we diffused the current fight situation. And everybody went to the guardhouse. You were led in by yourself, Oria, to a cell where you were strapped to a chair, and there were some vices here. Meanwhile, everybody outside was just kind of like waiting, trying to figure out what was going to happen to you. And one of the guards, after getting the much needed information with a little bit of tweaking on some vices, they find out that Irina's at the church, and a guard is sent out. Dravos, in recognition that this guard might be out to cause trouble, tries to get there first, which he does. And with a warning, he tries to get Ismark and Irina to hide or something to that effect. Unfortunately, it wasn't good enough. The guard that came out to confront and take Irina, and then we did a scenario roll to try to speed things up, and it turned against Dravo's favor. He somehow tripped over some pews, knocked himself out, and the guard was able to retrieve Irina. And Ismark, being a law-abiding citizen, went with the guard. Just could not resist because he had to follow the law. These are guards of the town, and Dravo was at risk of having a posse come after him for attacking a guard. So we'll see how that winds up. Dravos eventually wakes from his quick scenario, returns to the Blue Water Tavern Inn, and our tiefling friend, she manages to Misty Step out. Is that right?
That's
I
correct.
Misty stepped, met an old man, then I
Yep.
turned invisible.
Yeah. Turned invisible, tried to get into that room. It was locked at the time, didn't have any keys. And then as soon as a guard came in with Irina, well, I think you started escaping after you saw Irina enter, right?
Yeah, like you mentioned, I saw her head pass through a window.
Right. Or, you passed through the cell because you were looking down the hallway. You saw her for a brief moment. She went into the room. The door closed behind her. And, that's when you started to make your exit. You tried to listen in. And when you did, you didn't hear anything. A guard that came out was going out that door and into another. And you managed to walk out to the front lobby, staying invisible. You informed your party of, well, nothing yet. You get the key. You go back into the room in question as there's a distraction. I think you might have actually had them make distractions. But,
Baywin was doing the distraction with "Praise be the Holy Lord."
oh, that's right. We had that sermon. That was a good sermon. So we were praising the sun, and as we were doing that, they were getting into it. You had them distracted, and Boria was able to retrieve a key that was pretty common, but it managed to get her into both rooms that she wanted to get into, back into the hallway and then into the office. Unfortunately, it did not allow her to unlock the door behind the office because there was nobody in the office, and there was a door that seemed to lead to an alleyway. So she heads outside, gathers the posse, gather the party, and they go down the alleyway and find out that that door could have been their escape route, and more than likely, Isaac took her back to the mansion. As you guys went back to the mansion, you realized it was more heavily guarded. You try to talk your way in or try to talk somebody to come out. The guards seem to have had their orders, and it was a futile effort unless you wanted to fight your way in. But I think you guys decided against that, right?
Oh, but you
That is
wanted to
correct.
keep his ground, and I basically had to pretend that he was really mad because, Irina and Isaac had a baby shower gift that, they did not give us for a party.
Alexander would have charged in after them, but he was talked down by the rest of the group.
That and the 6 guards.
I mean, they were pretty guard heavy for some reason. Oh yeah, you paid off the guards to turn around and just be like, yeah, this didn't happen. Otherwise, there seemed to have been...
It wasn't paying off. It was I had a hole in my pouch, and they just happened to pick it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, they they were just too late giving it back to you, so they just held on to it.
Right.
How could I forgot? But
I will
eventually,
say, Richie, though, you don't know how tempting I was to watch you just get destroyed by guards. I don't know why.
well,
I don't know.
anyway, you guys are
Sometimes it would've
now
been fun.
you guys are looking to reunite with Dravos, and you go to the church to check to see what happened. The priest tells you that your friend returned back to the Blue Water Inn. You go back to the Blue Water Inn. The Blue Water Inn tells you he went to the Fastani camp. And then you guys went to the Fastani camp, where Bravos was waiting for you guys. At which,
Drunk as hell.
yeah, he's been drinking with the Fastani. And Annabelle's been waiting for you all to patiently come in. And then as you entered into the tent, you were greeted by Annabelle, who says, finally, they're here. I knew they would be here. And, they were like, oh, neat. and she finished off the reading that Madame Ava could not finish because the mist and the Overlord prevented her from seeing who would be your ally and where his location would be. And you guys managed to get a more proper reading. I felt like you needed a better reading than what you got. But that, like, we had another cutscene, but that doesn't mean anything for right now. That's just above table information that we know that's going on with Irina. But we can go back into this tent scene. And you were giving the cards, and I don't know, you want me to remind you of how they were read or what?
Yes, please.
All right. So when you see the 3 cards that she had placed out that are face up already were the same 3 cards that Madame Ava had placed out, and they still remain the same. That was the 4 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and it looked like the last one on the right was uh,
5 of
oh, what?
coins?
No, that was 7 of Swords. Okay, yeah, 5 of coins was the first one. 5 of coins, 4 of swords, and then 7 of swords. And then there was 2 more cards face down that you guys were revealed. And first one she flipped over was the Seer, and she tells you, look for a dusk elf living among the Vistani. He has suffered a great loss and is haunted by dark dreams. Help him, and he will help you in return. And then she reads the middle card. This is where you will find he who should not be named. And she flips over the horseman. He lurks in the one place to which he must return, a place of death. So those were the 2 readings she gave you. And at this point, she kind of like breathes a bit. And there was hints of dusk elves that live with these people. And it's like, well, that's kind of creepy. Like, yeah, there are dusk elves that live with us. They were pretty much staying with us.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, and this is out of character for a moment, but is it just me, or does anytime he says who shall not be named, does anyone else think of the name Voldemort?
Well, shut up. You shouldn't name that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but I instantly think of Voldemort.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
the same
I was
rules
just making sure I
apply,
wasn't the only
okay?
one.
No, I was
Oh,
thinking Harry
I
Potter
mean-
too.
Strahd's called Mr. B by me.
Yeah. All right. So, continue into character, please. We're playing Curse of Strahd, not Harry Potter. If you want a Harry Potter theme one shot, though, let me know. I might work on something.
I just thought it was weird.
No, I'm just trying to poke interest now. If there's interest there, I need to know. Let's get in character, though. So yeah, you're a little
You're a
slurred,
wizard,
but you're
Davis.
fine. Yeah, right. Yeah, whatever. No. So yeah, what do you guys want to do? You're inside this tent. You've been given a little bit of information. Where do you want to go with this?
I want to find a dusk elf.
Well, I think Dravos is going to need a long rest because he is like 10 sheets to the wind right now. So,
It's not like you were in any actual combat.
yeah, I was.
Well, on top of that, you're also in the tent and you're drunk, so
If you
You
want
just
a
leave
short
there and
rest,
take a
I'll
nap.
give you a short rest.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, like we don't need to lose any daylight. Like the day just started. You guys already got in enough trouble. It's still only midday. What do you guys want to
Right,
do?
right. Well, I'm going to take a short rest then
Well, yeah,
because I need to
you've been
spend
been
some
here
hit
long.
die.
Yeah, you've been here long enough. But yeah, what do the rest of you want to do now that you had this new reading and you got a couple Festani who are in the tent with you with Annabelle?
Alexander is going to step out of the tent and observe the culture that the people around have, seeing as he has never stumbled across this kind of people before.
And as soon as you step out of a tent, a wineskin finds its way into your hands, and the guy says, "Here, drink up, man."
And what exactly is it?
Oh, this is some of the finest wine of the land, my friend. Please, drink up, you'll love it.
Very well. And Alexander will take a swig.
Alright, it is some Dragon Crush if you had any of this yet, but really nice wine.
Mmm. Ah, it is very sweet, with a teeny tiny hint of bitterness that can be tasted in the aftertouch. It's a really good aged
Didn't
wine.
ask you to be a connoisseur. I just wanted you to enjoy the drink, my friend. Now come over to the fire, and he'll lead you off to a fire where there's a bunch of dancing and clapping going on.
Okay, I'm being leaded over.
Yeah. It's like, as soon as you start talking too technical with them, they start pushing you in a different direction. And, yeah, what are the rest of you doing? Your friend just got let out of the tent.
Oh, Azoria, I'm actually gonna gently put Dravos' head back down on like a pillow because he just literally rested his drunken head on me. And then I'm gonna ask one of the Stani guys to help me seek down, the Dusko that you mentioned before.
You will find him just south of our tent here.
What is his name?
The one... that's a question. Did I give you guys a name yet or no?
No, you did not.
I think...
No name at all.
Alright. You might want to talk to Casimir. Casimir Velikov, he calls himself.
Well then, let's head, while Dravos rests here, and I don't know what Mitchie's doing, let's head off to, find this strange Casimir.
You should be able to see the map.
I have no vision.
Refresh.
Dynamic lighting's on.
Yeah, but I just checked this token. He can see.
Oh.
So he needs to refresh. But continue, Oria. Or what's everybody else doing besides us worrying about that technical difficulty? Did I get disconnected? Hello?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay, I'm just saying, guys, you can talk now.
No, you're fine. I'm just heading out of the tent. And avoiding the Pistani because I don't want to get drunk. So I'm just going like, alright, and hurriedly, like, just sneaking around the tent and just like, nope.
Alright, well, Gravos, you're not sleeping. You don't need to sleep. Get up. Do something. Alright, Aragorn will kind of like lead you out and says, "Don't worry, friends. I'll lead you halfway there," and he'll come down this way, and he'll point over to this hovel. Try checking there.
This
I
one?
appreciate
Yep.
you.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
Okay, things are cleared up.
Yeah, you guys have no idea where Mitchie went, or Alex. That's where you are, Alex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did Baywin go over there?
It was funny. I grabbed it and all of a sudden went up there.
Yeah, I did a force ping there. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
So, before I enter, I'm gonna knock on the door gently. Go like, "Oh, is Casimir there?"
Yeah, and Aragorn looks from where he is and says, "That's a fucking fireplace. You need to go around."
Oh, doors, fireplaces, they kind of all look the same.
That one's not going to let you in unless you're a bird.
Watch
It can be
me.
arranged.
I mean, let me see what these guys are. So you see a couple of dusk elf guards here. Let's see. They have dark skin and hair. Otherwise, they seem similar to wood elves.
Hello. I'm actually here to meet Casimir. The leader allowed us to be able to see him, if that's possible.
Give us a moment. We'll go check. May I ask who's
Sure thing.
asking for him?
Well, I'm Dravos.
And I'm Baywin. And this is Oria.
Julia, I didn't tell them I'm not in my real stuff yet.
No. Well, what form are you in, girl?
She's in her Julia form.
That's right. She had to be Julia because
I
nobody
stated
recognized
that.
her as Oria. All right, cool. Yeah, I remember that. But
Gotcha.
Baywin's still new to the whole changing scenario thing. All right, so one of the guards
No, I
go.
understand. That's why I'm not.
So there's a
I'm
brief
not
moment
thinking that. That's
where
also a scene.
there's a brief moment where the one guard's out there awkwardly looking, and one of the Dusk Elf guards that were on the path south just kind of like slowly creeps up and kind of like reinforces the area by keeping an eye on you guys. And yeah, it takes an awkward minute or two. It's like, you know, you're just sitting there for a minute just to yourselves. And then eventually the door opens and the guard and another Dusk Elf pops out. And let me see if I have a handout for this guy. You see this guy before you.
Oh wow, he's cool looking.
So he's got this cowl over his head as if he's hiding something under his hood, but you can clearly see his blackened eyes and his dusky skin, and he kind of like looks to you all and kind of like greets you. Welcome. How may I help you?
Well, we just were told to actually meet you because you might be able to help us out.
And by chance, we might be able to help you.
Come inside. Yes, it's fine. Go ahead and keep an eye on those Vistani. And these guards kind of like go around the edges there, and he says, "Come inside then." And he offers you to come inside. Baywin, do you go in?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Alright. No, you're fine. I just want to make sure. Meanwhile, these Vistani out here have Alex drinking with them. Tell us a story! Tell us of your homeland! Tell us what's going on in the place from where you are!
A story of my homeland.
Oh, by the way, did you want to find a way home? We could sell you a certain tonic that'll let you leave.
I do not wish to
Yes.
have your tonic.
You don't wish to have our tonic? Why would you want to be here, friend?
There's so many things to research while I'm here.
They get bored of your instantaneous research mode and just kind of like go whatever. Just kind of like go back to the fire. But meanwhile,
About that story of my homeland. Of my homeland, there is a people that tower far above many mortals, and with their strength, they are able to shake even mountains to rubble. And he goes on
I've
about
heard that one.
trying
That's
to-
about a titan, isn't it? Yeah, there's one that's rudely interrupting you.
We don't call them titans per se, but I guess that would fit the description.
Titan, storm giant, whichever. Titans are even bigger, if I recall correctly, and they're like conveying with each other about their current lore. You get the impression these guys have been outside of Barovia. But meanwhile, come on now, I want to get back to the other scene.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna finish up with, since I have told you a story of my homeland, grace me with a story of lands that you've seen.
And we will talk about that in a little bit, but I need to get back to the other scene. I just wanted to give you a brief reprise there, because you're kind of not with the group. Thanks for, going off on
No
your own to
problem.
begin with. And just reel it down, okay? Alright, cool.
Yeah.
No, anyway. So, Casimir kind of like walks in, keeps his cowl up, his head is covered with this cowl, and he looks towards you all and is like, "You seem to be adventuring fellows."
What is your purpose here, O wizard?
That is correct. As far as, we met each other, so we haven't been to many places so far.
About time Baywin followed. Thanks for the follow. That does seem like it could be of use. Tell me, you're all new to this land. Are you familiar with how it works around here?
Not exactly.
Have you tried escaping this nightmarish land to find your own?
No.
Do you know that it's impossible to do at this time at any rate?
Didn't even
I've
know
heard
that.
stories of it.
Oh, you poor lost children. Well, what brings you to my footsteps? What brings you to my door? What torments do you seek of me?
Well, let me ask you this question, since we do need your help with something, but before we tell you, is there something that you need help with?
Is this all of you? Only three?
There is one more, but he is out enjoying himself with the Vistani at the moment.
You know how they are, they drag him away.
He kind of scoffs a bit, but soon leadership will change. At any rate, I do need able-bodied people for help. But
What kind of help do you need?
I need to get to a particular place within the Barovian Mountains.
And what is
Oh.
this place called?
He's gauging you guys. You can clearly see him like eyeing you, seeing if he can trust you with information or not.
I'll just
Depends.
say to him, it's like,
I'll
Oh.
ensure that my arms are not crossed, my hands are out, and in a non-threatening manner. Yeah.
And he's like, I don't do hugs. No.
oh,
But,
that's funny.
Uh,
I don't know. Oria's gonna be sitting casually and go like, well, if it's the same area we're heading to tomorrow, it might be, good for you to come with us.
no, and where are you heading?
Well, I have some business at the Amber Temple.
Do you now? You see his eyes clearly light up.
I do.
What brings
One
you
for
My deity has beckoned me to go there.
there? What were you saying, ma'am?
Oh, I was just saying we're also going there to hopefully collect a very powerful artifact that will help us, defeat you-know-who.
Going to the Emperor. And it's just going to be the three of you, plus one.
4.
Plus one, and maybe another two. I'm not sure. Can you elaborate with us on that, Drevos?
So when we spoke to, I'm gonna use his. I'm speaking of the game for a moment. I'm gonna use the name that I know more. When we spoke to, I think it was Rictavio.
Yeah.
He said he would join us, and I believe the lady said she would as well.
So it'd be a party of 6. Unless you come, then it'd be a party of 7.
Well, the more equipped and the more adventuring the group is, the better. Yes, I am seeking my way to the Amber Temple as well. There is a... They say that you-know-who made his pact there. I seek to try to have it undone, and if not, find a way to bring someone important back to life for me.
Ah, I see.
And then our goals align in this way, then.
That they do. That they do. So that's definitely going to be a fun one.
Then here's my question for you, Casimir. And this is what I'm going to tell you now. How soon can you be ready to leave?
If you're ready to leave tomorrow at first light, I can be ready.
That sounds like the plan to me.
It would be in my best interest, since it is I looking for the luxury of an adventuring group that can actually handle themselves. You can handle yourselves, correct?
I assume so, yes. I can't speak for everybody, but I can only speak for myself.
We handle ourselves in the worst possibilities, so I think we're pretty good so far.
I'm here sitting down thinking, should I make them roll deception on that?
I don't know, maybe for Dravos. He did die.
Yeah, you did die,
Hey,
dude.
hush you.
No, hush you. You're the one. You're the one who's talking in bolding statements when you're supposed to be the shy guy. Seems the blessings of Tiamat have invigorated you to be more bolder.
Because
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
that
throw little brother as a head.
and the fact that you know who has pissed me off.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's his job. But
Yeah, I know.
That is in fact his job.
So do I need to make that deception?
no, like basically, Casimir just lets you speak whatever spout you think you need. He's definitely convinced he needs to join you regardless.
Okay,
He's,
doke.
Then,
it's almost like
Oh, go ahead.
destiny has brought you to my
Then-
doorstep.
then how about this? Would you be willing to house Dravos while the rest of us shop for extra supplies before we head off, and then we'll come right back with
Kinda
the other
gives you-
two
He
and
gives
head
you an
off to the
odd.
Amber Temple.
He gives you an odd look. House him. Why does he need to stay here? You guys have a place in town.
Well,
I don't want him to have a hangover.
not so much that either.
Oh, what happened?
In the aspects of trying to preserve a friend's safety, I attacked a guard. Fearing the worst, of course, on her behalf, I was just trying to be protective and, well, I got knocked out, but I'd rather not go back to the town lest I end up in jail. Or worse.
Well, I guess they will not look for you in this camp. Fair enough. You can stay here.
We also still need to rescue that friend of ours because we might be able to have a party of 8 if she is able to join us. But before we do that, we're gonna have to make sure that we're ready to take on the Amber Temple before that.
Do you by chance know anything of the Amber Temple?
Well, they say there's an ancient vault hidden in the temple. And they say this is where he, kind of like points to the air, forged his pact with evil powers and discovered how to become a vampire. I've been spying on this temple for years, but I need people who can protect and defend themselves. Can't go in there alone,
Yes.
that's damn sure. But
It would be a suicide mission if you did, I'm sure.
And more of a reason to prepare ourselves with supplies then.
I believe this
Oh.
temple holds many secrets. One in which might be able to break the pact and free Barovia for all I know. Maybe we can free Barovia, but this might be the source of the curse. But more important, it might have the secret to bring back ancient dead back to life.
Here's to hoping.
You could see like a longing in his eyes, but he just doesn't progress the conversation beyond that.
I would just say, like, you do not need to tell us who or what, but I'm glad to know that you're on our side in this case.
So this pact that you were talking about,
Yes.
can you elaborate on that? I don't quite understand.
As far as I am aware, my friend, they say that the devil went in there before he became the devil. And when he came out with knowledge that allowed him to turn this place against itself, to entangle this realm into his own dominion, to prevent people from leaving the lands of Barovia.
Interesting. So he learned about how to manipulate the mists. Interesting.
Supposedly, just the fact that he became a vampire of certain renown allowed him to curse this land, and who knows, it might be connected somehow. Speculation, mind you.
Maybe he's friends with Jeff Bezos.
Who is this Jeff you speak of?
Oh, nothing. It's just a meme that came out of my mind. I don't know where it came from.
What is a meme?
A pile of little lies and jokes.
I understand jokes, but lies, why would you want to see those?
So back to this temple. So what? Who? So it was a temple of some god, correct? What? Who made this temple, and what god was the temple dedicated to?
It's not dedicated to any god, it's just known as the Amber Temple. All I know is,
okay.
there's no depiction of anything that I could tell. Maybe we could find out more once we get inside, but from the outside, it doesn't look as inviting.
And you don't know who created the temple or who built it?
No, it's been here for quite some time, it seems. My people weren't originally from here, you see, and we've got trapped in here because of the devil.
Got it.
And here's my question for you then. On the way to the Amber Temple, is there anything of note, like any treacherous areas or maybe spots that we can stop at that might help us out?
I can lead you there, no problem. I will lead you the safest route I know. Though some of the route is single file through the hills and mountains on the path that is left there, but we should be able to make good time. You will not get lost with me leading.
And I think we'll definitely have to... Well, I'm just thinking if only to buy a cart of any sort then. But I don't think we will.
I leave that at your discretion, but yes, navigating a cliffside road might be a little complicated.
I finally approach Dravos and I just kind of look at him and go like, so, Dravos, if we head back to town, what do you need?
I'm gonna need arrows and probably some health potions.
I'll pick up as much as I can, and what I'll do is I'll also front up the pay for most of the supplies for this run.
Well, if you want, I have some coin.
You know, I don't know if you have as much as I do.
345 silver, 271 of the I'm guessing that's supposed to be electrum pieces, and then 120 gold. So
Annoying electrum.
Yeah.
My gold, I have a bit more than you, and I got it for bad reasons. But do not worry about it. And I'll try to pick up some potions and arrows for you.
Are you saying you're bad?
Where are you going for this?
We can either head back to Valaki or we can head to another place that might sell, but I only know Valaki.
Right. Okay.
That,
All right.
that
Well,
is... Go ahead.
yeah, I would say not to go alone. I'll go with you, and maybe ask Alexander if he's interested in going.
Let's hope he can ride a horse and not crash it for being drunk.
Well, my horse is here, so.
Yes, but you must stay. I'll just have him ride with us again. And we'll be back quickly.
Okay.
If you like, though, maybe you could scout out the woods. Maybe find some resources on your own with the help of the Bastani or, Casimir here.
Right.
Well, you'll be staying with me then, and your friends will be heading to town.
That sounds fine to me.
Who knows? You might learn a trick or two from him, and he might teach you some cool skills.
Hey, here's to hoping, huh?
Just kind of like Oh.
If he
Alright,
does,
let's
he
head off
does.
then.
If he doesn't, he doesn't. You know.
And Oria's just gonna walk out.
Alright, I just realized I role-played him correctly. Go me. Go star. Alright, so you walk out, and yeah, you see the...
Okay.
No,
Oh
you
no,
gotta...
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go for it. You're free to.
I was just gonna ask, how do you roleplay him? Like, do you roleplay him scared or angry?
No. Like, what I was making sure I gave you all the right information, and I just verified it by looking at the actual hovel. The only thing I forgot to do was tell you what you saw as soon as you get there as far as the book reading goes. So if you want to know what the front of this looks like, I can read that to you. Like, on your approach. Like, it says, standing quietly in front of this house, bathed in the warm lights of its lanterns, are 3 sullen gray-cloaked figures, their angular features and black flowing hair half hidden under their cowls. Not too much of a descriptor, but no.
Right. I think Dravis would turn to him and ask, "So, do you need any help with anything at the moment?"
For now, no. You see him kind of like flip through a book and make a Arcana check.
Arcana. That's one I don't get every day.
No, well, you're here by yourself. I don't know what to tell you.
16.
Hey.
You recognize it as
Oh,
a
that's a
spell
good
book.
roll.
Ah. Nice spellbook, sir.
He closes it almost as if he was not impressed
I
by
like
that
binding.
acknowledgement.
Sorry.
Oh, you're gonna compliment me on anything I do. I wish you would quit it.
Oh no. I just noticed what it was. Thought it looked cool. I'm an archer myself.
Totally different skills, my friend. But
Yes, but I recognize power when I see it, or at least I try to.
yeah, it is definitely an awkward time. Like, Casimir seems like he has a lot on his mind, but he's trying to tolerate your presence as best he can. But you can clearly see him kind of like thinking about other things a little too thoughtfully. So
Okay.
unless you want to continue on unless you want to continue down that road, I can switch over. If you want to think about
Well,
things. as well.
Casimir, I think I shall go outside and leave you to your reading. That way I'm not interrupting. And I shall step outside and just hang out with the guards out here. So as not to disturb him.
Yeah, he kind of like those. You're not being a bother. It's just there's a lot on my mind. But you walk out anyway.
Yeah.
Question for GM then.
Yep.
Is there a shop in the camp at all? Or do they do trading at all?
You might be able to talk to the Fastani you were talking to with Annabelle. They might
That's what
be
I was
able
thinking because...
No, go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying that's what I was thinking of doing.
Yeah. Let me double check some stuff real quick here.
Oh, while at it, I'll probably walk back to the big tent, hopefully seeing Alex somewhere as we walk by.
Oh yeah, definitely take care of that problem. I need Alex to make a con save. Whatever conversation you had about their lore, it went through one ear and out the other, and you are slurring your R's and misspelling your S's as T's, and your Q's aren't coming out properly, but who uses Q that often?
Only when you have a question.
Weshin? Comes out as Weshin. And the Fastani seem very pleased with themselves that they got you a little hammered.
Oh, I haven't been this drunk in a long time, friends.
Yes, see, no worries. Be happy.
Eh,
Do I see this, or do I just kind of
Yeah,
not
I
notice
like
it at all?
it's not anything you can avoid seeing. Like, there's a skeptical going over there, whether it's the Vistani being flamboyant with their dances or the fact that they're dragging Alex around and shoving wineskins down his throat. I mean, yeah, you can clearly see this going on.
I'm seeing like Oria just like clapping her head, go like, "Oh my god." So, Baywin, do you want me to get him, or do you want to get him?
I can go get him.
So,
So I'll
Baywin,
go up.
yeah. So as you approach,
Yeah.
a wineskin lands in your hands as well. Drink, my friend, drink.
No, I've got the things to do. I will drink later. I promise you.
Oh, what a sorry, sad state of affairs for you, my friend.
Baywin, please take a drink, yeah?
I'll take a swig.
Yeah, this is
Just
some
small little.
nice. Get a nice
Oh,
little.
So,
Yeah, you get a
this
nice
is-
taste of fire dragon crush. I think it is dragon crush.
Dragon Crush, yes.
Very.
I'm sure I've probably never had this before, so I'll probably take it, choke a little.
But yeah.
It's hard stuff.
Looks like you can enjoy yourself, my friend.
Another time. I promise you, another time. Alexander, we have to go. I'm so sorry. We have to go. Julia,
but I'm having fun with good old friends here.
Yeah, stick around, my friend. You have nowhere to go for a while anyway, right?
we have some supplies we need to go gather.
You guys can go run it. I really don't have anything other than like.
You want to buy some tonics we have? We have some tonics that'll help you get out of Barovia. Are you interested?
Alex to get out of Barovia. Let me come back to that another time. But right now,
right.
Alexander must come with me.
All right, yeah, you start pushing them, and they're like waving. They take the wineskins
damn
back
it.
from the two of you.
Thank you, my friends. I promise we will come back and finish drinking with you.
All right. So you managed to pull him away. Julia,
I know
what?
I'm talking. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
I was just gonna head into the big tent, and then ask the leader of the facility. He's like, "All right, we were able to talk to him, but before we leave, do you have any possibility of trading at all?"
What are you interested in trading in?
Well, I could head back to Valaki, or if you already have the stuff here, I could pick up stuff from my friends, as well as things that might help us on our trip.
That's
Such
the
as, like,
circle
potions
of the
of healing.
conversation. Ah, there's the rub. Potions of healing. Let's see. Well,
And maybe some, if you have any rare items. I don't think you'll sell them, but I'm curious if you're willing to.
hold on, I gotta look at this again. Did I actually? do that?
Wow. Yeah, you did. Nat Hondo on a D Hondo.
That is impressive.
Let's
Maybe if you
do-
asked Valaki's store.
He goes, like he's got this wineskin near his lip. He takes a quick swig, puts it down, and Aragorn goes back to a little crate that's on a table on the back of the tent, and he opens up the crate, and in this case, he pulls out. He has like 10 vials of healing potions, just regular healing potions. Now, these did not come from
I'm in the
Barovia.
back. Sorry,
I'm
I just
sure.
didn't hear anyone.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, I said I didn't hear anyone. I was wondering why everybody was quiet, so I jumped in, jumped out.
Oh, okay. Then you need me to repeat that, then, don't you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yep. You need to fix your phone or something. Aragorn turns to this little table behind him, opens up a crate, and pulls out a big old pouch that has 10 vials in it. He says, "These did not come from Barovia, as I'm sure you're aware. We Vistani have special favors that we can do." And These are very highly priced, as I'm sure you understand. How much are you willing to pay
Oh,
for one of these?
let's negotiate. How would you feel if I paid you 40 for each one?
I would feel like you were trying to slight me, friend.
Well, how much would you want for each one?
I was thinking more along the lines of about 75 gold.
If you knock that down to 60 or 59, I'll agree.
Make a persuasion check.
Wow, my character that's really persuasive sucks.
I'll do 65.
I think that'll do then.
How many do you need?
I count how many party people I have, so with my fingers go like, alright, 1, 2, alright, I'll take 6.
So 6 times 65 there.
Oh, that's 390.
It sure is. As I slowly get out the calculator.
Math tutor here. I used to do math for a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't even about to try to guess.
Yeah, there was an odd number on the end of that 65, so I was like, I'm not going to try it either. I'd get a calculator out. Alright, so yeah, you buy up 6 of these vials, and he closes the lid on the pouch and he puts it back in the crate. And as far as like magical items, he's kind of like, any magical items that we have, we're using. I'm sure you understand.
Oh, I do. Magical items are not something that just falls out of trees. So,
Meanwhile, in the distance, a whopping tree just beats the snot out of Murdoch and all of his magical items. No, I'm just kidding. No, Murdoch's fine. I'm just teasing. But continue. Yes. Hard to find.
then I think we'll head off to Valaki to maybe pick some extra stuff up. Since I don't think you sell arrows, but yeah.
Oh, you need arrows. Yes, we have a stock of that as well. I can hook you up with those. 1 gold per quiver.
Let's pack up for 4 gold worth of stuff then.
Alright, so he'll hand over 4 quivers of regular arrows unless you need bolts. Now the question is, did any of the party use crossbows?
I do.
So you just need arrows then?
Just arrows. I got plenty of bolts.
Alright, cool. Alright, so you got 4 quivers, which is 20 each.
Alright, then I'll talk to my party about anything else. But I do appreciate your services here.
Well, you found our little girl Annabelle, and we are still thankful for that. I do believe, though, that any other slights, I might suggest that we might have to end our friendly dealings if, you know who asks with us.
I do understand. Do not worry.
Best of luck to you.
Best of luck to your people.
Aye.
And then I step out and try to see if Baywin is also drunk with Alex, because I don't know how long I've been in there.
Yeah, Baywin's constantly trying to push Alex away, but he keeps stepping at the winding that he winds up back where he was.
Come on, Vaywin, I'm telling you, we need to drink more.
He needs...
Nah. I could probably pick him up.
Yeah, go for it. So yeah, he's just stepping in the wind for sure, as his feet are up in the air, just stepping in the wind as you carry him off. Yeah, fair enough. Done and done. Yeah, you're able to reunite with the other guys.
All right.
Can I make a dexterity save to not be grappled?
You know what? Why don't you both roll D100s? This sounds like a scenario that needs to be resolved. Oh,
Oh my god!
you just barely escaped your grasp. But
You
Alex,
slippery one.
yeah,
Oh no, he's gonna be like Dorian again, where he just wanders off into the mist looking for more alcohol.
roll a D8.
D8.
Yep.
Okay.
Just Alexander,
1,
or
2, 3. Yeah, just him. He winds
Okay.
up going this way about 60 feet. You see him just run off.
Don't wander too far. You might run into a werewolf.
Thank you
Hi.
for picking the next enemy.
Anyway, what the heck happened?
He's been drinking. He may be of no use to us.
Do I have to cast a spell on him to come back? Or at least a spell that could hold him down so that at least you could pick him up and tie him if he's gonna keep running.
Well, or we could just leave him here drinking and getting, 3 feet to the wind.
Oh, he's gonna miss out then, as I hand Baywin 2 potions of healing to him.
Who's that approaching me?
Make a dexterity save because you're running like a crazy man.
Okay, dexterity save.
Yeah, I need to see what this stuff actually looks like. Okay, cool. So you bump into this woman who was just kind of like walking back to the camp, but you managed to spin and get around her before knocking her over or yourself. And she's like, "Watch where you're going."
It's okay, my friend. Everything will be alright. Do not worry.
All right. What do you guys want to do that are in control right now? Hand over 2 potions. Baywin? What else?
I do. I hand him out and go like, yes, I got this from the Pistani, so it might save us time not having to go to Balaki. Maybe instead we can try to head somewhere and try to plan how to help Irina.
Can I give you some money for that? For these?
Don't worry about it. If it helps us, screw over the, hill, it's
Thank
well
you.
worth the price.
Alright, so what are you guys' intention here? Do you want to try to scoop him up along the way? I do need to kind of like keep the story going, so I don't want to get into too many shenanigans with a runaway monk. So might
Well,
ask you
before
to start
that,
reeling it in.
No, I will. I'm just about to say, like, do I know anything about that woman at all? Or should I just go chase after the monk?
Make a perception check.
Ooh,
Looks
nat
like
20.
a very stern, stout Barovian woman who seems to be walking towards the camp with purpose.
How about this? You check out the local people here, as I point to the lady. I'll go chase down the monk. Because if he doesn't play nice, I won't play nice.
All right, I'll go over and actually before I go over to that lady walking sternly, I'll be like, "Who's that?" To some of the guys that are around me.
They look, they're like, "I don't recognize her. She's not from our camp. She's apparently from Falaki. Yeah, most definitely from Falaki or something. Who knows who she is? She's a far away from home, I tell you that. Let me go meet her." One of them just kind of like breaks off.
I'll follow.
Yeah.
I'll follow over and
This is hard to tell. It's like I gotta hit Z on the token so we can kind of like see what it looks like. So that's her token there. This woman sees this guy like get in front of her. Is like, madam, let me say, I have not seen such a sharp, stern face such as yours in quite some time. And she just scoffs at him. I am looking for your keeper. Is Arago here? Right this way, ma'am, right this way. And he kind of like starts leading her to the tent. Do you keep following?
Yes, I do.
Alright. She enters into the tent, and the guy that was leading her there kind of like stops outside. So they're over here now. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oops.
Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, and she kind of like looks sternly as you're by the door, and she kind of like shuts the flap. Not like that's going to keep the conversation from not being heard. Make a perception check. Thing is, I'm giving you advantage because you're outside and these are tents. It's kind of easy for sound to travel. Yeah, so you're catching glimpses of a conversation saying that our Lord and Master has called upon us to keep an eye on a certain group. Have you seen them yet? Oh, wait, was that? And it's going back and forth. That was one of them, she says as Arago just kind of like nods at her. So, they came to this camp. Why haven't you done anything to them? And he just, like, you don't see it, but the audience might see it. Like, he's pointing at his little girl over there, and she waves at him. Oh, I see. Yeah, one of them found our little girl who got kidnapped. They brought the man... Actually, we need to go deal with that man. He's still out on the lake. So I'm going to go gather up some groups, and we're going to go fishing, as it were. Would you care to join us, my lady? Well, as long as you're continuing to do Strahd's bidding, I have no further need to be here. So as you were. And she will stride out and just walk back out. Do you do anything like approach her at that point, or do you just let her go?
Yeah, no, I want to approach her.
Oh, you want to? Yeah, she pops out of the tent.
And
There you go. Here, I'll find her.
And then I'll be like, so, what is this all about? Why are you here?
Who are you? Are you one of those meddlers who visited the Master recently?
Maybe. But I need to understand what's going on around here.
I don't know what's going on around here. She kind of like waves her arms at the Fastani camp. All I know is I was sent to deliver a message, and the message has been delivered. Is that to your satisfaction?
You need to understand who sent you here.
There is only one master of this land.
So you came from far away just to deliver a message.
If that's what you need to believe.
I'm not sure. I think you should stick around and have a conversation with my fellow friends before you
Her
head
eyes kind of narrow. I don't have time to dilly-dally with you and your friends.
We can make. I think you can make time, and I'll try to persuade her to stick around.
Alright, I'll give you a persuasion. It won't necessarily mean it'll work, but like even if it does, but you know, might influence the conversation future. Go for it. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is probably what you were going to get anyway, but she would have had a hook in there that you were trying to persuade her. But the hook does not land, and she just kind of like narrows her eyes at you, clearly walks past you, and says, "You don't even have the strength to stop me. I go where I please."
Hmm.
And she'll make her way
Yeah,
out.
okay. And
Unless-
I'll just make a comment like, the Morning Lord will probably pay you a visit sometime soon here.
You can hear her clearly scoff, and then you can hear what almost sounds like a wolf-like grumble. She just continues to walk down the hill, heading back to Vallaki.
Okay.
Alright. Other than that, we got a chase going on, right? Is that what I heard?
Yep.
Ori, you got advantage. Roll me 2 D100s, and Alexander, go ahead and roll a D100. Alexander only gets 1.
I know, it's the double click of my broken mouse.
Okay. 54. So, Ori, how do you want to capture this boy? Put him in a grip lock, knock him to the ground, tackle him, put him into a sleeper hold, give him a quick nap. Oh, no?
I wish she could, but instead she's going to give him a pat on the back by casting Hex on him,
Right.
affecting his wisdom saving for checks, and then through that disadvantage, convince him to join us and just stick with us because I'm the Grand Duchess of Vallaki and he should hang out with me.
That was well thought out.
So, make an insight check at disadvantage. And make a deception check with advantage. Because he's drunk.
Oh, I really hope. Oh my god, I just
There you go.
passed.
There you go. So you got a 10. You got a 12. The Grand Duchess of Vallaki has just asked you to join her, Alex. And you couldn't be more pleased.
Grand Duchess of Vallaki, I have some things I want to ask.
Oh, do ask, and you can call me Dutchy. Let's go meet my bodyguard, and I'll take you off to my wonderful abode.
Yes, ma'am. As Alexander starts stumbling, following Oria.
Alright.
I then head over to Balin and go like, Balin, grab him. Just hold him and tell him that you're just giving him a really nice hug because the Grand Duchess wants you to.
Hey, wait a minute. That's not the bodyguard. That's... Wait a minute.
Oh, you met my bodyguard already? Good. That saves time.
Oh, wonderful. You can be great friends now. Balin, give him a big hug. And while you do that, I'll tie his feet.
Okay.
Miss Duchess, I don't think this is a great idea. I would much rather have the freedom to talk as I wish.
Oh, you'll talk. I'm just gonna make it so that you can't walk. You don't need to walk anyway.
I don't know, walking is kind of a nice thing to also have as well.
Yeah. Because of the
I feel
scenario.
like he's slowly turning more and more to Morty.
Yeah. So, with the scenario overall we had earlier, Oria is able to completely tie you down. And Baywin's able to carry you off. And then we're going to go to Vallaki because I need something else to look at besides this map of small things. And you guys and your shenanigans. Otherwise, I spend a half hour with Dravos next. What do you guys want to do?
Do you want to make it a quick one, or do you just want to make it like...
Well, okay, so I'll just ask you, what's your intention in Vallaki? And then that'll determine if I want to make it quick or not.
I have two. One is actually to see if I could get an armor upgrade, or at least like some sort of items that might help us out in the Amber Temple. And the second is to see if I can scout out the manor that Irina's in and maybe tell that information to, Ismark to calm him down.
Alright. Yeah, let me... Like, what kind of armor are you looking for, though, as far as upgrades go?
Well, right now I'm wearing studded armor. So it doesn't have to be like a armor. It could be like a magical ring or somewhat. Like the ring of protection or even like a cloak of protection, something like that.
Your phone is doing that scratchy thing again.
Cursive! Is it working now?
I don't know. Figure it out here in a minute. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but just for me to talk off topic for a minute. But I know Regina was using the phone app as well, and it seems to be on that one as well. If she like, I think you guys got headsets, and it's either like the mic is rubbing up against your hair or something, or I don't know what's doing it. But yeah, every time you're talking,
Well, I don't have a lot of hair.
I mean that is a thing. Oh, hey, Roll20 says that we are down. Well, we broke Roll20. It's not even Friday. There we go. Okay, we're back.
Everybody give each other a high five. We did a good job with just 4 people besides Star.
Alright, now, if you want a ring of protection, you're not going to like the price.
Don't tell me it's like 2,000.
Not quite that much, but definitely half that.
Never mind on that.
Yeah, see, the thing is, anything that you buy is way overpriced because of, like, rarity of it being available. Like, it's a lot. You know what? If you went to Barovia and they actually had this, it would be 2,000 there for damn sure. But yeah.
I'm not gonna worry about it then. I'll just focus on my other one with the Irina thing.
Alright. I guess make either an investigation or perception check. The only thing you're doing is deciding how you're going about it. I mean, you're fully aware that nothing bad has happened to her. Like, there's still talk that her and Isaac are having a conversation, and like maybe you see a glance of her looking out the window from the second floor, and then she just kind of like walks away. But it's not enough for you to kind of like gauge her situation, and she wasn't able to see whenever you were out there looking for her. But you know she's okay. She's alive and well.
I'm trying to figure out if I should, like, just go like duly noted, or if I should do something really dumb, since you just told me something I could do right now.
The curtain closes, by the way. Does that help?
Son of a bitch. You read that.
Yes, I did.
I got still a few tricks up my sleeve, but I'll be nice and I'll say duly noted.
Yeah. Alright, so return back.
Baylin, do you want anything else?
Yeah, Baylin, what are we doing? You're lugging around this half-drunken monk. Baylin, are you still with us?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Oh, welcome back. Or me, welcome back if I... What do you want to do in town? Anything?
No, I don't really know.
We'll say over the time that you guys spent in town trying to do a few things, that the liquor has worn off. You're able to retain your sensibility, but you're still tied up. So, you got that to deal with.
So, does anyone want to tell me why I'm tied up again?
Oh, you just met some kind of Grand Duchess and she delivered you like this.
What? Why would there be a Grand Duchess? I thought that there was only the lackey, which had the Bloody Baron, and fucking the great evil in the fucking Gothic castle.
I don't know, you're somehow in your drunken stupor just met royalty. I heard she was also very pretty, so...
I mean, there are nobles.
Maybe, but... I didn't really get to ask questions. I think I'll remember any.
Nah,
Oh, well.
We're in town to collect supplies.
Yeah, is there anything you guys want to do in town so we can kind of like wrap things up?
I mean, Alexander is just gonna go through and see if he can find anything to I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling my words.
Yeah, focus, my friend. Don't get too drunk on us. People want entertainment, not
looking
us they're drunk.
Alexander is going to look for specifically somewhere that he could
I
wants to find somewhere he can get a throwing weapon. And while monks usually don't get a lot from throwing weapons, having the versatility would be great.
I mean, you can get like a bandolier of daggers if that's what you want.
Yeah.
Or a bunch of darts.
Or a bunch of darts, yeah.
Darts do more, so I prefer the darts.
Well, let me check the chart here because the prices are not the same. So don't assume store prices are normal.
Oh! I just remembered something. Can I also get holy water from the church?
He hasn't had time to purify anymore yet.
Damn.
I know. Takes a while. What am I looking for? Darts? Okay, let's get it down. 5 copper. And darts do the same damage. I don't know why you think it's different. But
Do they?
it's cheaper
Mm-hmm.
if you're only going to use it for throwing. Otherwise, if you need a dagger in hand, like for cutting rope or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna get darts.
Alright, 5 copper becomes... Hold on. Becomes 15 silver, which is 1.5 gold per dart.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. I feel like that's a little too inflated. It needs to be...
That's the...
Hold on, I'm thinking. Give me a minute. I forgot. We'll go...
I was going to say, that's a hell of an
silver.
inflation.
Yeah, 5 silver instead of 5 copper. That'll be more appropriate.
I'll just use my 5 gold buying darts. So that should be... If I can buy... If it's 10 silver per gold piece, that means I buy approximately 25 darts. If my math is right. Because it's 2 per... No, that would be 10 darts.
It'd be 10.
Yeah.
Doing math with Moomy.
Well,
Right.
to make it worse, like if you did the copper thing, I would have told you that he would be carrying a whole bag of like darts to the point where it's like, yeah, you should just drop it. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
bunch of dead
there
weight.
would be a point where like, yeah, you can only carry so many darts, but yeah, 20 is probably doable.
He just throws handfuls of darts at people all the time.
Well, you better have that many
Oh,
attacks.
have a dart.
All right.
Goodbye, have a dart.
All right. Anything else in this town, my friend, or do I keep the book open?
I think I'm done since I did my part.
Well, you
And
might
if those
want to
people
leave the
we'll
book
go back.
open just in case, because I'm going to do something when it comes to my turn over here.
You
Oh,
were
right.
you went and got stuff already from her, remember? What do you want?
I was just going to see about getting some studded leather instead of this leather armor that I'm wearing.
Yeah, but you're not going into town, remember?
Yeah, I know. I was going to see if
And-
anybody over here in the area could do anything with leather.
No, I'll give you a flat out. Like, they're not here to, like, take care of armory like that. Like, they got their own stuff. And that's it.
Can we retroactively say that he told me and then you just tell me how much it costs?
Do I?
Your call.
Well, I'm checking the price real quick, so I'll spend if I think it's reasonable.
Sorry.
It'll be 150 gold pieces if you get it, though.
That's really got drunk. Sorry,
What?
sorry. You're saying?
150 gold if you want to buy the studded leather. We're just generalizing it.
I did tell him no buying stuff, so yeah, I'll buy it.
Alright, then you got a studded leather.
Okay.
I'll specify saying like, oh yeah, can I have it in the size I'm just like eyeballing it for the person that's trying to sell it to me?
Yeah, it's fine. Like, we'll just say it'll be able to fit. I'm not gonna complicate it too heavily on semantics. But yeah, definitely find one that'll work for somebody of a more bulkier state. You know, it would be really sucky if I said that unless the armor is magical, none of this armor will ever fit a Dragonborn.
Oh, that would suck massive.
Sure would, wouldn't it?
Oh,
But
I
I'm
thought
not
you
gonna
would
do
say
that to
like
you.
the. Oh, I thought the worst thing you'd say is like, oh, this is ever made for gnomes.
You put it on your finger, but you don't get the AC. I don't know how that doesn't work, but yeah.
It's just
At
a
any-
really nice glove.
Makes a fine finger warmer. Alright, anything else shopping-wise? Because there are 100 other things we could be doing right
Nah, I'm done.
now. Alright.
I'm good.
Okay, so what's the intention? Are we trying to get a long rest? Do we plan on leaving right away? Are we going to go see Van Richten and Esmeralda? Excuse me.
We're going to meet them in the morning, if I remember right, Travis.
Yeah, we were gonna meet them first light, and we were gonna bring this guy as well, which his name escapes me at the moment, so I'll just check it. Casimir, yeah. So me and Casimir will meet up with y'all just outside the city, like preferably out of sight of guards.
Yeah, there's the spell.
I think
making
he's
it.
fine. He's just in your way to block from people seeing you, but he's like super short compared to you.
That, and I'm like super freaking shiny.
If you-
Yeah, we could do a long rest. Maybe we can role play a little bit on that, and then just head off to the Amber Temple like that. I don't know. Sorry,
Well,
choice.
here's the thing. Like, did you want to have a conversation with Casimir while you're here? Like, you do have that opportunity.
Yeah, think I will.
Yeah, go for it. Like, there's probably some
So-
stuff we could talk about. He can help you out with certain things, maybe. But you're out here with these dust scales right now. You realize they're all male.
Yeah. So I'll knock on the door. Hey,
Yeah.
Casimir, it's
Yeah,
me.
come on in. You don't have to knock. You're a visitor here.
Yes, but it's still respectful.
Yes, well, what
So-
can I do for you?
Well, I was wondering if you by chance knew roughly like anything about the Amber Temple. I mean, I've only heard of it, and I don't really know anything about it.
Well, the whole problem could be solved there if look, it's just hearsay. I may be wrong, but the whole problem could probably be solved if we delve into it. Like I said, it's an ancient vault. It's hidden in the mountains, and this is where Strahd found his power.
Okay. I was just curious because, like I said, I've heard of it, but I've never heard anything about it till now. So I'm just trying to get a basic idea of what I'm getting into. You know, trying to be. Oh, I got a train coming.
Trying to be train weep. Thomas the Tank Engine killed Dravos.
It's
Oh,
it's going through his house.
It's
Hazard
literally
is
about
important
20
to
feet from my
Thomas.
house is the tracks. So,
Man, that sucks.
but yeah, I'm just trying to prepare getting in. As I said, Katie has sent me in there, but I also want to be prepared for what I might be facing. You wouldn't by chance know what lurks in this area, do you? Or in that area, do you?
You should always expect the worst, my friend. Listen, can I confide in you?
Sure.
Now, I don't know if you've heard our story, but I had a sister. Her name was Petrina. And it's rumored that she's sealed somewhere deep below Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, really?
My intention is to bring her back to life.
Wait. Isn't she the one? Hold on. I need to speak out of character for a minute here.
Oh, go
Isn't
ahead.
she the one that supposedly threw herself off the castle wall?
No, that was Tantiana.
Tantiana. Okay. I keep getting her name confused. Okay.
No, that's fine.
Oh, well, I am sorry to hear that, my friend. Definitely a high priority, but my main reason for going to the Amber Temple is, as I said, my deity has sent me, and I don't know if I'm on a time limit, so I'm trying to make sure I do what my gods ask of me.
Well, I just been having these strange dreams lately. And I feel compelled to get to this Amber Temple even more.
I see your point.
He seems to speak to me in my dreams, tell me how years of guilt and regret have dispelled all those evil thoughts from her mind, cleansed her tortured soul, so I just want nothing more than for her to live again.
Well, maybe we can help with that. Here's God's willing that it does.
Though I'm not sure me and my people deserve to have her back in our... You clearly see that he's like confusing his words and statements. Like he's got the dream in one hand and then he's remembering some regret in another.
Right. Well, my friend, all we can do at this point is try. That's all that's left available. But at least if we try, we will die. Even if we did die, we would die knowing that we did everything we could.
I think I've shared enough then. Is there anything else you want to try to talk to him about, or?
Well, I mean, you said he could possibly help me, but I have no idea what you were referring to, so...
No,
I mean,
I was just
would
going
be
to say,
no...
like, if you want to walk through town, he can cast greater invisibility, but since we're not talking about any of that nonsense...
Yeah, no, I'm not doing
and I
any
tried
of
to
that.
dump lore on you, and you're doing the wrong situations with him.
Well, I've never played Curse of Strahd before, and I'm willing to beat the Lord dump. But I mean, I don't know how to respond to it.
It's all RP, dude. Like, if you don't impress him in certain ways, he's not going to tell you everything. But that's about
Right.
it. Okay, but yeah, Casimir just
Right.
kind of like dismisses you as his visitor for now, and unless you say anything new, he's just gonna keep reading his spellbook.
Well, Casimir, I think I shall go over here and rest for a bit.
He just nods and goes back to his book. At which point, the rest of the party, where do you want to be right now?
See, Baywood would probably just be relaxing, because we're going to do a long rest, or sleep.
Yeah, I
head
think the
out in the
question
morning.
is where.
Oh yeah, so we'd want to ask around, see if there's a place that we could crash.
Oh, you have a place you can crash. I just want to know if you're staying in town or are you going to go back to where Dravos is.
Yeah, we want to go back to where Dravos is. I guess I was trying to figure out.
More like
if we have a
Aurea
place-
could help orient you too. Aurea, you want to tell them about the deal that was made?
Are you talking about with Van Richten and stuff like that?
Oh no, I was talking about the inn. You could stay at the inn for free, guys.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's been a while. You have to really understand.
I don't understand.
Since we delivered the wine, we basically have the inn for free for 2 weeks. And it's only been about 7 days? Maybe 5 days?
Not even.
Not even that. It's probably been 2 days.
True, but...
Yeah, it's been 7 days in real
that also
life.
means that-
But no,
Hey,
basically...
they could chill out there.
Yeah, so basically,
yes, but
now I will present the question once more, and then you can tell me where you want to land. Are we leaving Dravos to his own devices? and just staying at the inn, or are we gonna go back visit him and then go to the inn? Like, you have stuff to drop
I
off
guess,
with him. Like, I just want to know what order we're doing things.
so I guess the question is, do we have a place to stay in the Visani camp? Then
Well, I do.
you do.
Yeah, and then I can meet y'all outside of Valaki with the oh god. This guy
Casimir.
Casimir.
It's
Antonio
written
and
right there in chat.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, I know. I had to look in. I'm seeing a whole bunch of numbers. It took me a moment to focus on the name. I can meet up with y'all outside of town with Casimir.
Okay. Let's do that then.
All
You
Yeah,
right.
want
let's
to?
go for it.
And we've already established that we'll be leaving at first light.
You know what?
Well,
Casimir will
the
say,
equivalent of
Dravos.
first light.
Dravos. Casimir will say
Yes.
to you in casuality, "It's like, you want to rejoin your friends in the city?"
No, I'm fine staying here, and then
Well, I
we
mean,
can travel together. I mean, I'm enjoying your company.
Plus, I don't think he wants to get arrested.
Yeah, and I really don't want to get arrested just in case.
I could cast greater invisibility on you, and you could just walk to wherever you need to hide out in town, and I'll see you later. But that's fair.
Yes, that may be so, but on the same note, come morning,
We're
wouldn't that spell have
overcomplicating
worn
this
off
shit.
by then?
Oh, it would have worn off, but then the DM said that
Yeah,
Van
and then
Richter could probably cast it on you next. No, I kid. I don't know if Van Richter could do that, but anyway.
I feel like this Dusk Elf is like passively aggressively saying like, "Get out of my house."
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
he could. I'd just go sleep outside.
yeah, well, it is what it is. Like, you're there. So, only thing that I really need from the rest of the party is, like, A, are you coming back to convey your plan? Because all Dravos knows is that you went shopping. He doesn't know you're just going to leave him there all day. It's still early morning. Like, it's like
Yeah,
10 in the a.m.
we would head back and probably spend the day with them, and then we could head back.
All right, yeah. All right, so let's just
Yeah, that
finalize
sounds about right.
Yeah, so return back to the camp just to make sure he's okay. And then at this point, if the rest of you have any other conversations, like, make it meaningful. If it's just being plain shenanigans, then I kind of want to skip that. But if it's something that we can do to progress the story, then by all means. Like, if you want to have a serious conversation with Casimir or any of the Fastani that will, like, lead to information gathering, otherwise, we could just montage to the next day if nobody has anything like that.
Alexander would like to go talk to Casimir. He wanted to get some information on Strahd himself.
All right, go for it. Like, move your token to the house. Down here.
Shit. Where's my token?
Up there. Here, I'll help you out. It's right there.
Thank you.
And the rest of you are right here. And then the house is down here. Let me see what time we're looking at. You know what? You guys want to take a 5-minute break as well before you get into this and kind of like think about what you want to ask?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a 5-minute break. Thank you guys for tuning in, watching the stream, earning those cookie clusters, as you should be. Yeah, this is one of our main stable campaigns that I run throughout the week, which already has pre-selected players, so it's not like our weekend. But on the weekend, you can definitely join our open roleplay on Friday at 5 p.m. Central, so be willing to join that. We're going to be right back in about 5 minutes, though, so TYT, or BRB. Okay, we are slowly coming back. Sorry for leaving you guys in silence. That was terrible of me. All right, let me go ahead and unmute them so we have music in Discord. Oh man, terrible host tonight. I apologize, guys. Should have had you guys listen to some music. Oh well, nothing else. I won't get copyright strike for it. Yay! Progress. All right, no, but yeah, I was just kind of like we were having a conversation. And what I mean by like the shenanigans, like don't get me wrong, like getting some story progression for your character as well. I'm all for it. So like if you want to spend the night, have conversation with Vistani, have conversations with Casimir, get some more information, which is what I was fishing at. It's like if you want to use it to get more information, or if you wanted to, develop your own story by all means. But just gonna get rid of one token that's not here anymore. So yeah, I would say like he came back around noon to report back to Dravos, give him his equipment that he ordered, and at which point you guys can decide what you want to do at this point. So it's noon. Casimir has like a big old pot of stew on the fireplace right now.
Is Julia outside?
Well, they're inside with you guys if they want to be. Like I would assume everybody's down there right now. So here, let me just snag these tokens here. There you go. Now everybody is down here.
Hey, Julia.
You don't need to call me that anymore. I think I already told you it's Aurea.
Okay, Aurea. I have something for you.
Oh?
Hold out your hand.
I cautiously hold out my hand. It might be like a cat thing where it's like they give you a dead bird and you go like, oh, thanks, oh God.
And as you hold out your hand, expecting the worst, he just sets a thing of holy water in it.
Oh, isn't this the thing I gave you before?
Yes, it is. But you will make better use of it than I will.
Did you use some of that on arrows by chance?
No, I did not.
All right, just checking.
You're talking about Mitchie.
Oh yeah, he used that
I
on
think-
his fist. I remember that. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they're clear out. Then I was right. Like you already fought it out.
Well, I don't mind you giving me this back, but I do feel like just in case we need to fight off more dark beans, it might be good for the party to have at least one of each on everybody. But, well,
I kind of already marked it off my sheet.
She's like,
I'm
just take
aware.
it.
I'm just saying, like, I'm aware. I'm just kind of making reasons for him to kind of like say why.
Well, because you have a tendency of actually being more adept with using it at the right moment. Whereas me, I just try to use it whenever I think it's convenient or whenever I remember I have it. So I figure you would get the better bang for the buck, so to speak.
Speaking of which, I do have a gift for you. As I know you already put on your list, but I'm like, I hand him the studded armor.
Woohoo! +1 to my AC.
What's an AC?
What is that?
That
that
was
some
an
kind of
out of character thing. Sorry.
+1 to me feeling better protected.
Yes.
Could you please go outside and change? I don't think I need to see what you look like under that armor.
He literally just steps right outside the door in front of the other 3 guys and just does it right there. I never said he was that shy.
Go ahead there.
You know, this is sometimes why I have invisibility. It allows me to do stuff like that.
All right, Mitchie, you're up.
I do not believe we have met. I am Alexander Valesk. And I am the 4th one that they said that they had. I had a few questions, if you don't mind me asking them.
Well, if you could shut up long enough to ask them, I am known as Casimir Velikov.
Out of character, I love this guy.
Man, well,
Yeah.
he's been scarred.
So, how long have you known this land? He
Century.
says, getting out ink and notes down. So, being here for centuries, what exactly do you know of Velaskia and the other towns?
Do you need a
And
moment
what
to
of the
sort your
people?
thoughts correctly? Because I don't know if you're asking the right questions.
Well, I get so. Yes, I am constantly in the search of knowledge, and just having you, someone who is over hundreds of years old, there's so much knowledge that could be found within you. Just
You act as if I'm
um,
willing to give it freely.
I never
What do you give
assumed
in
you
return
would.
for me to share such information? Yes, I know much of these lands, but I don't know all. And the secrets that are
I
hiding
could.
from us are in the Amber Temple.
I think
What?
Dravos would pipe up for a quick second. I just remembered something. What's the weather like up near the Ember Temple there, Casimir?
It is definitely cold. We will want to prepare winter clothing if we can.
Oh, that's
So
good to know.
I think he's asking though mainly because, well, our big, golden friend is afraid of thunder.
and
Oh,
Alexander doesn't have a shirt.
well, there's no storm. You're in no problem. I can't promise the storms won't come.
Okay.
The weather does
Eh,
what it will.
I guess the main question I wanted to ask is, how deep have you delved into researching of the Amber Temple?
I only know what I can spy from outside. There is nothing I can glean from inside because I have not found reliable adventurers. Now, are you capable?
I
One who,
am far capable.
yes,
I'm
but
not
one
just
who
a man.
seeks only knowledge doesn't always have the means.
I have proved myself far and multiple times to my party members. I can fight off a lot of things.
Kind of like
Just
glances
because
over to Dravos and as if asking for confirmation.
Dravos gives a silent nod.
He kind of like scowls at you a bit, but goes back to listening.
But I guess I'm just amazed that you, with the knowledge that you can impart, that a little bit of jealousy kind of overwashed me.
You'll have to understand, I have not been happy these many centuries that I've been here. We are on the verge of being annihilated, and you want to ask me, what has it been like living for a century? Hey, do you really want to know the answer to that, my friend? Kind of looks bewildering and wild-eyed at you.
Tell us about what happened to your sister.
I do not think that is a good question to be asking
Make a
at this time.
persuasion check. I mean, it is a fair question to ask.
Yeah.
It's my fault, he says simply. It's all my doing. I thought Strahd had turned her. And I told my village, my group, to stone her to death for being a concubine.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
This music is way too peaceful. It's been a burden. And he kind of like rubs his like near his ears, but it's like he's got that cowl that's over his head. He's just kind of like rubbing the side of his ears. It's like it's been troublesome. It's been a bird.
That's unimaginable what you're going through.
Daywin, are you away from the mic by chance? I hear you a little distant.
Oh, sorry.
No, there you go.
That,
Now I hear you.
yeah. Sorry to hear about this. This sounds very tragic.
It is. You happen to look around the area, have you?
The area,
Have you?
the camp here, or
Yes, the camp.
yeah, I wandered around a little bit.
Have you noticed that all of our elvish friends are only male?
Oh, really?
You know, I didn't exactly notice that.
Well, as you will notice now, as punishment for depriving the mighty lord of the land, as it were, his would-be bride, all the women in our tribe were killed and slaughtered.
Mhm.
And he kind of like clutches the cowl as if being ashamed of it.
You will have your revenge.
Not kind of what I'm looking
He
for.
will
Make
not-
an insight check, guys, because you guys aren't fishing. This is like one of those
Insight.
situations where it's like he's doing something weird. I want to do an insight. Okay, you're all oblivious. But no, Baywin. No. Okay, Baywin rolled below. Alright, so Dravos. Yeah,
Yes.
Dravos. Wow, are you like the most wise character in this party?
Apparently.
Well,
What's your
Dravos.
wisdom?
So he's like rubbing his ears, and you kind of notice that as he kind of like puts the cowl closer to where his elvish ears would be, you're not seeing those ears, and he's been kind of like concealing it in shame.
I'm not going to say anything about it at the moment.
Alright, I just want to dance on that subject for a moment.
And to answer the other question, it's not so much that my wisdom is high, it's that I'm proficient in insight.
Well, that's good. Somebody needs to be.
Him as well.
Apparently not good enough. Well, the dice
I
said
mean,
otherwise today. But at any rate, guys. Kind of like goes soft on his story. And he just kind of like looks like he's about to go to tears, but his eyes look like they're just way too dry for tears anymore.
Centuries of life must have forced you to have centuries of tears, and to force that, well, for you to say that to us,
He just goes back to his spell book as you continue talking.
it does warm my heart that you at least come, and he's just gonna keep on continue talking without even realizing that he's being ignored, because he does feel some sympathy for him.
Alexander,
I'm sorry.
I think that's enough, my friend.
I think so as well.
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
So
Or-
I'm actually gonna see if Oria can do two things.
Yeah, go ahead.
So first, Oria's gonna step out, but before she does, she actually goes up to Dravos. It's like, Dravos, it's a strange thing for me to ask, but do you have something stiff I could take with me, drink wise?
Ooh, let me check.
I would have asked, Murdoch, but he must protect his badgers.
Right.
The Great Badger War continues. The deer are pressing on our territory. We must make the advance. We will take the river.
Actually, I don't drink as much as the others, so no, I don't.
Then I asked Casimir, do you have something I can take as well?
If you're wanting water, I have plenty of that. But I too don't
I'm
take
thinking
much
more
drink.
of wine and such.
If you're looking for wine, go visit our Vistani brethren up north.
I think I will, since I'll need it.
Very well.
I step out, not
Before
hiding
you
anything.
go,
I'm just kind of walking out.
before you go,
Sam?
I think me and you should discuss on where we shall meet in the morning.
Then you can come with me.
Yes, I will.
So then I head off to the Vistani camp, hopefully to pick up a wineskin without being dragged away.
I mean, if you walk up there friendly enough, they'll hand you one regardless.
That's the goal, but I don't want to accidentally be like, oh yeah, I'll take a wineskin, all of a sudden being like, oh no, I'm forced to drink.
Drink, 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 drink.
Kegger all over again.
Brothers.
Yeah. Feel free to move your
But then
token
as
where
I
you're going.
walk back to the cabin,
I have no
Oh,
clue
that's
where
the-
she went.
Well,
Well, she's still in the tent.
yeah, you're still down there with Casimir, so I don't know where you're going. Where you going, girl?
I was heading to the Vistani camp, so I didn't move my token.
Yeah, feel
Hold
free.
on.
It's down here in Casimir's place. There you go. Yeah,
Oh,
a
wait,
couple
Balin.
Vistani greet you as you come in. Well met, friend. Please come join us. We're having festive afternoon today.
Greetings, friends.
Here, and in your hands, instantly 2 wineskins. Drink up, my friends.
Dravos will pop the. I'm guessing it's a cork. Dravos will pop the proverbial cork, and he'll take a small swig. You know, nothing major. I'm trying to pace myself. I did just have a hell of a hangover.
Yeah, yeah. And to be
You
fair,
see Julia just look at the wineskin and kind of just not really, like, I'll drink later. I just needed it for something back and over there. But
Well-
I do appreciate it still.
oh, well, bring the wineskin back when you're done so we can refill it.
Oh, really? I will. And I will make sure to share with all my party in the cabin.
Well, excellent. Well, come back and join us for late night tonight. We have stories. We'll have great bonfire if you want to hang out.
Oh, wonderful. I'll invite everybody else, but I think the Dragonmore wants to talk to me in private.
And
Where would you like to go, Dravos?
I'll hand the Vistani guy his wineskin back, and I'll be like, let's just
He hands it
step
to
over
Baywin.
here.
Yeah, Baywin, you have it. Well, he'll say you have it. Doesn't know your name. Drink up.
So
I will.
Hey, all right, go ahead, guys.
I'm thinking just outside of the Lackey. If you go out, if you're looking at the map, it would be the left gate.
You want to look at a
About
map of Falaki?
yes, please, so I can get a better idea of where I'm trying to.
Here you go.
Yep, thank you.
If I'm not mistaken, this here is where you currently are right now.
Yes.
So keep that in mind.
So I'm thinking somewhere around in this area. Because I actually have a map. I actually have the map, so I would just pull out the map and be like, right around here, maybe.
Oh, is that the spot you want us to meet, Van Richten and Esmeralda?
Yes, I think that's where we should all meet up in the morning.
I would agree with that because they did say they'll meet us by the gate and before dawn, but I think at least if they're not there, we could head up the road and they might be just by the gate if we need to.
Right.
I will say, Dravos, I do appreciate your hard work, even though, you haven't done the smartest things.
Well, you're welcome for what
No.
it's worth, and I
You know,
tried.
Drave, with your passive perception, I think you would notice that big bruise on Oria's finger.
Oh, what happened to your finger?
Well, you weren't around when the guard went out of the room, didn't you? I think you chased. I think I heard you went to the church trying to catch him before you talked to Irina, correct?
Yes.
Well, the reason why I have this bruise is because they were able to get the location of Irina. Isaac basically kind of, well, let's just say he twisted my finger behind my back.
He used brute force?
Well, yes. If I did not tell him, I think I would have no finger.
Mm,
Hence why, if you really are angry, let's focus on trying to save Irina after we visit the Amber Temple.
okay.
But I do appreciate your concern as I give Dravos a pat on the head.
How? I'm like over 6 foot tall.
He jumped.
She's not that short.
Oh,
Like an
okay.
arm's length is
Stand on my
still 3
toes.
feet.
Like if that was a gnome, it makes sense, but tieflings are
Yeah,
actually
Squiggles
tall.
would have a little trouble getting to the top of that one.
I think for Squiggles, I'd kneel down for him.
Yeah, well, he'd probably pull you down eventually. Kneecaps or beard or whatever. Anyway, continue.
Right,
guys.
right. All right. But yeah, after marking, showing her on the map where I think we should meet up, I think I would let her go about her way, and then I'd go back in with Casimir and the others.
Go have fun, Dravos. I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna actually walk over in this direction as I walk closer to the woods.
All right, so
Okay,
you're,
just be careful.
so you're walking outside the camp. Is that what I heard?
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the eye shot of those Dusk Elf guards people.
Mm-hmm.
Not ear shot, eye shots.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I heard. I'm just doing things. Don't worry. All right, what do you
I'm
want
gonna
to do?
set up my brazier. Oh, sorry, I was just gonna say, I'm gonna set up my brazier, try to summon my familiar, but also, and this is the thing that I think Julia would not, or Aurea would not really like, offer the line to her patron because she needs to talk to him.
So you're casting a spell to talk, like a communicative type spell, perhaps?
Well, that's why I'm offering the line. I don't have a spell like that. It's more of I'm trying to, through my familiar thing, maybe speak to the patron I have.
All right.
Can
So
I,
what?
get
Tell
back
me
to
what
you
you're
up there?
casting right now mechanically.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I am doing Find Familiar for right now.
All right, go ahead and post that. This is the first time you cast it, right?
Actually, this would be the third because he killed my familiar twice.
Oh, that's all right. Though I got a better one for you. So I just need to know what you're making it.
Well, the thing I'm trying to make it into a little bit is that I'm gonna keep my, pseudo dragon, but also make it a deal to see if I can actually make it so that it's a little bit more powerful or something like that. But also for more information, if that's okay, DM.
You can summon your pseudo dragon, but you can't do any alterations to it other than that. Because when you summon him, and I just need to know, are you doing it?
Yep.
As you summon him and expect him to be intact fully with skin, the land itself seems to lend a different visage of your pseudo dragon as it comes out looking like a zombified lizard, a flying bone dragon of sorts. It's just basically bones that are like stitched together with little pieces of flesh. But it acts and moves normally, other than it looks very, skeletal.
Oh, Freya, what happened to you? a way to have simple telepathy, so you can just do like simple words.
What do you mean?
Like it's limited. It's
Yeah,
limited
like
telepathy. That's what pseudo dragons have.
you get the sensation that they're just like, what do you mean? Like they don't even know what's going on.
Oh, right. Never mind. I don't want to make you feel awkward about yourself, Freya.
Yeah, Freya like perches herself on your shoulder.
Now, little Freya, have you talked to that guy, as I mentioned about the patron terror?
You get like a disconnected notion from her.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame I can't talk to him today. This fight is really good. I was going to drink with him.
It's just yeah, there's reasons above table, but yeah, your
don't worry
pseudo
about
dragon, yeah, your pseudo dragon's just giving you like not able to communicate themselves with it.
I'm going to pour a little wine on their bones.
It drips through their whole body and they're not even aware of it. They kind of like shudder as if getting showered, and then just like they're trying to spray the water off. But you hear the clacking of the bones, but the creature itself acts like it's natural.
Then I pour out the rest of the wine onto the ground, and then I start to head back to the cabin. Maybe dropping off the skin first, but you know.
Yeah, your little pseudo dragon just goes waste in your mind, but after that you kind of like return the wine skin at this point. And you keeping Freya visible, I take it?
Nah, by the time I pulled them out. Oh, actually, yeah, I wouldn't think about it, actually. I just realized that.
Yeah, so if Dravos or if anybody else was still at the Vistani camp, you would see her with this bony dragon, pseudo dragon, just perched on her shoulder.
I remember this dragon.
Yeah, you remember it had flesh before.
Isn't that isn't that the dragon you had once before?
Yes, Freya, Lady of the
Oh,
Blue.
yeah.
Oh, well, I think I'll have to call her Freya, the Lady of the Blue Bones.
Still a beautiful dragon.
Well, you can talk to them while we're here. I'm gonna start trying to see,
And
if I need to prepare
just as a
myself.
little flavor, I think Dravos in Draconic would speak to Freya and be like, "It's a pleasure to meet you, Lady Freya."
You only hear because she doesn't speak Draconic.
And that's fine.
I was just gonna say though, I don't know if you know that, but they have limited telepathy, so they can give simple ideas to other people. It's not just for the caster.
Cool.
So yeah, if I go like, oh hey, can you tell Dravos to not walk to door? Freya can be at least like in talking, say like door, bad kind of thing.
Right.
But I think I'm done on my end.
Yeah. And Dravos is just going to head back to the hut.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm ready to fly.
Nothing else on my end.
I'm just checking something real quick. Okay, the telepath is only between you and him, but the creature can like flutter and like try to keep them from going in a direction by physical appearance and body language. But yeah, I don't see it saying anything that other people can telepath with it.
I looked down on the character sheet itself for the animal. For me, just find familiar lets me communicate with them. But it itself has the pseudo dragon can magically communicate simple ideas, emotions, and imagery telepathy
Yeah,
to any
that's a
creature.
real pseudo dragon though. Your pseudo dragon's considered fey, or believe, right?
let me take a look. No, it doesn't say like Fae. It's just tiny dragon.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's like celestial, but I did read it up a little bit, and people would say it's more fiend.
So basically, what I'm getting here is that it could try to tell me not to go through the door by landing right in front of me and starting to growl at the
Well,
door.
I didn't take a look at what the
That
actual
sounds about
pseudo
right.
dragon can do. Hold on a second.
I think everybody knows that sign.
That's what I was wondering, because I thought he could talk, because I looked it up and they can talk to other people. Just not like
Okay, I
really
was just
complicated
basing.
things.
All
You
right,
can't
I was
have
just
conversation.
basing. Yeah, I was just basing it off the actual find familiar spell. That's why I was confused. All right, I'm just rereading what a pseudo dragon can do and what languages it understands. Oh, well, I guess it would understand that. Okay, cool.
Oh crap. I also rolled one thing that I put in my notes I just read.
What's that?
Freya's afraid of paladins.
Well, I don't think we
Oh,
have
shit.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, does Freya know?
I think we rolled that when we first made the familiar. That was one of the flaws it could have had.
Oh, I'm
And the
just saying,
flaw
do
is
we
that
know we have one yet? Like, it's got to do a divine sense or find out for sure that it's a paladin before they freak out, right?
I don't know.
I'll
Maybe
let
they'll
you.
find
I'll
out.
let you figure it out, and if Freya needs to react a certain way, then let me know, and I'll let you know what happens.
Alright, I can do that.
Like, that's a personal flavor that you're adding, and I'll let you adjust that and give me limited control on that if necessary. But yeah,
I'll just
all right,
base it off of a spell that you cast, so that'll be the trigger.
no problem.
Just
Yeah,
make that.
just so you know, everybody, Find Familiar is like a 3-paragraph spell, and then the variant things that you can turn it into has their own paragraph to read too. So that's what I had to do there. So for wasting time on that.
I am sorry.
No, you're fine. You were able to pick it. So what's the intention for the rest of the day, guys? Any more shenanigans?
Alexander, after the solemn talk in the tent, is gonna try to raise himself up with some mental games, such as finding someone to play dragon chess with, or trying to have a intellectual conversation. But he's not gonna find that here.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh, did
hey.
you really just say that? Did you just really
No.
say that?
Hold
Oh,
on, let me go
no.
get the
That's-
other Dravos right quick, and we'll play some Dragon
Yeah.
Chess.
Well, on top of that,
Or you're just gonna, like, stare
that's
daggers.
discrimination. Just because they're Fasani don't mean they're not cunning. All right, you
Well,
find one of them that will play dragon chess with you.
that is good.
Well, then put
Have
the
you
board
played-
down. Let's go. I ain't got all day. I haven't played this in years. Let's go.
He says as he puts up the 3-dimensional board.
Oh, a nice board. Haven't seen one of these in a couple years, but hey, let's go. And do you have a roll
Alright.
that you do to see if you win or not?
Dragon's chess is a situational.
It's a proficiency that you can roll, correct?
Yes,
Yes, it
however, I
is.
don't have the proficiency, so it would be a normal
Roll
wisdom,
with
or-
intelligence.
Okay.
It'll be whatever I say. it is.
Well,
Like, you don't have
Well,
proficiency
that's
with
what-
this game? Do you own the game itself? You should be able to roll the game, but whatever.
I do own the game, however, I don't have the proficiency for it.
Very well. Yeah,
It sounds like that he never played with someone for so long, he never learned the rules.
yeah. So he's basically dancing all over this board, and he's like, "That was a little too easy, friend. You want to go again?"
I in fact would like to go again. It's fun to find someone that can actually play.
Yeah. Well, let's go again. Roll again.
Intelligence. There we go.
Now I got 2 rolls to make here, and I will explain the second one. So this is the actual playing of the game. You seem to be getting ahead of him, but he's going to do a few sleight of hands to try to get the upper hand. Oh God. Do a perception check.
I would be able to see if it was my passive.
No, this is an active game that's being played, and he's
Mhm.
definitely doing an action to do this. So you must make an action to see it. All right, there you go. You kind of like catch him cheating. It's like, oh, yeah. What do you do?
Well, seeing that he is cheating, I'm going to cheat in reverse. And I want to slide the hand to move back his pieces.
Make a sleight of hand.
There we go.
He looks back at the table. It's like, wait a minute. And then it plays out that you win that hand.
Ah, another great game to be played. Surely you would like to go for best of 5.
Last match. And how about we put some gold on the table for this one? Lays down 10 gold pieces.
No, I'm broke after my shopping in Vallaki.
How about you owe me a favor then?
I do, however, own a spear that I am willing to put down for the bet.
A spear? Let me see it.
Alexander just kind of pulls out just a spear. There's nothing really remarkable about it. It's a spear.
Yeah, he looks down the shaft, he looks at the tip, then he puts it behind him.
Looks relatively unused.
Yeah, he puts it behind him on a barrel. Says, all right, well, let's go.
Oh, God. I'm
Seems to
going
go
to cheat.
You may certainly try.
Ooh, nice sleight of hand.
Yeah.
All right. You managed to cheat. It gives you a reroll.
Oh, nice.
You get the 10 gold pieces. And then he steps up and says, good game, sir, shakes your hand and walks away.
Good game.
By the way, he walks away. Just want to make you aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can subtract that spear now.
Seen that coming.
Mhm.
Hey, man, I believe you've taken
He
my
already
spear?
walked through his crowd and he...
Damn it.
Yeah, like, I was just waiting for you to say, can I have my spear back? But you didn't say it, so... But yeah, he handed you the 10 gold, so you can add that to your pot.
I mean, not that I used my spear, but...
Hey, I'm just helping you lighten the load. Never know, that extra 5 pounds that you just lost might be useful later.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, is there any further shenanigans happening tonight?
Negative on my end.
I have no other reasons to do.
What about you?
Yeah, and nothing else.
Maywin, anything?
Nope.
Alright. So where are you spending the night at? Everybody else is at the tavern and these guys are... Dravos is back at Casimir's?
Sounds about right to me.
Yep.
And you guys have a plan a meeting in the morning?
Yes.
Yep, that's what Travis and I talked about.
Alright, just clarifying that for not only my health, but players or anybody watching who might be lost. Because that's very easy to do. Alright, so you return to the tavern, the Blue Water Inn, and Dravos is hanging out with Casimir, and Casimir seems to be in a trance more than 4 hours for some reason. But, yeah. Is there anything you guys are doing at the tavern that you need to get done beforehand? Like, I think if you wait till nighttime to get back to the tavern, like, I still have things that can happen.
If it is night by the time that we've reached the tavern, Alexander is going to try to isolate himself into a single room and barricade the door behind him and try to get in contact through speaking Abyssal with his friend.
All right, explain this to me.
I would prefer not to travel at night.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys would go in before sunset, and
Okay.
it's still like, I don't know, like not even a half a mile to get back to town.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Like it's a little ways from the town, but not terribly far that you would have to go through any hardship to get there. But yeah, you make it back to the Blue Water Inn before nightfall, and apparently Alexander wants to board himself into a room and talk quietly to what exactly?
Alexander is talking to his Abyssal friend that he has had with him, even though they haven't really talked since he's entered the mist, but he has made friends with the abyssal creature from the backstory, and he is trying to ask, what if he? Well, first of all, he's just trying to get in contact with him because he's afraid that obviously the mist blocking his connection to his abyssal friend.
Roll a. Let's see here. These abyssal creatures. I think that would be a religion. Like you're talking to the wind for however long. What kind of conversation are you having, even though your friend's not replying? Just to kind of like give me a baseline.
Mm-hmm. My friend, if you can hear me, please leave some kind of marking. I have been reaching out to you since I have reached within these mists. If you cannot hear me, then I do not know what to do. Show me some kind of way that that you've shown me for enlightenment. You have forced me down this path, and I wish to know what the enlightenment is that you have promised me. All these years of wandering together, and yet here you are, silent as the night. Can you not even be bothered to talk to a traveling companion anymore? Please, I need you, as I am starting to become lost with my words as I do not know
All right.
what to do now.
Before you continue any farther. All right. So answer me this: how does he usually reply to you? In actual words, or does he use like maybe imagery? Like you're asking for a sign. Would he actually show you a sign of like a person or something, or?
He responds either one of two ways. He either responds with a note or with visuals.
Perfect. So, would you say your eyes are closed and you're having this conversation aloud to the air, right?
Yes.
You feel a cold chill in the air, and your vision blurs for a moment. Well, your eyes are closed, but you see like a blurry vision starting to appear. And then you see Dravos with a noose around his neck. And then the vision passes.
What of Dravos, my friend?
You don't get anything else. Either you can do investigation, insight, or something. You do something to the vision that you want to discern. Like you got to tell me what you're trying to do here. Like I just gave you a simple picture.
I will do a insight on trying to figure out what the meaning of the image was.
Make an insight. Apparently, Drave.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say I would buy him advantage.
It's like it's about me. I need you to have advantage. Go for it. Yeah. Who's doing it?
Give me just a second. I'm doing it off of my phone one, off of my Dravos account. So give me just a second.
You're a cheating whore, you know that? You have two
I
accounts you
love
can
how you
spill
can
from.
just like 2 accounts. You can just be like, oh, I don't have enough advantage for this one. I'll just use this one to buy me advantage.
Well, you know, as long as you're giving me 2 views, then I'm all for it.
Exactly. Oh, come on, you stupid phone.
But yeah, I imagine that's gonna go through. So go ahead and reroll.
Oh, and that's Alexander.
Yeah. Go ahead and reroll now. You get the sensation that that vision wanted you to kill him. Like, the rope was symbolic. You know what a hung man is. They're dead. And you feel like that vision was just to give you a purpose. He must die.
Yes, my friend, it will be done.
Wow, that was easy. I mean, with that insight, it would throw you off a little bit too, because it's like, is this actually a normal reading that you would see from him? Like, have they ever asked you to kill anybody yet? But then again, maybe it's something new he's asking.
Then again, it might also be the mist.
It is unheard of that the demon, or well, the abyssal creature would ask for someone to be killed. However, it would mean that that they've been marked with a significant event that requires it to be done.
Alright, I will give you this last bit just because of your high insight. The vision had some irregularities to it. Like, maybe it was really sharp in, like, whenever you used to talk to this demonic creature or whatever. But for some reason, yeah, there is some, like, gray tints that are, like, blurring some of the vision. But take that information however you want to interpret it from here.
If
48, I was just going to say you think Dravos is going to die soon by being hung, but now that you got that high insight, I mean, sometimes you don't want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Should I buy you a tombstone, Dravos, or no?
Say what?
I just said, should I buy you a tombstone, or should I wait till,
Wait.
you know, Mitty tries?
Wait, because I'm not going down without a fight, I'll tell you that.
Alright, so not that I'm the one inciting any PvP, but that is what you see.
Alright.
If that's all for Alexander, anybody else doing anything? Baywin, you were saying something, weren't you?
I actually lost my
I was
lost my
kind of
train of
wondering if you
thought.
were like praying to your god or something. Is what I thought might have happened, but if that's not it, I'm sorry.
No. Just probably just head up to the room and do some prayers and get ready for tomorrow morning.
All right. And is it just like a very common prayer, or are you asking for anything specific?
Yeah, no, nothing special. No, just
all right. I just want to review
like a little ritual or something,
All right. All right.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to mention you might also want to like have a conversation with the NPCs that you're supposed to meet up with.
That's
like,
what I was going to ask, because I'm in
so
the
like,
tavern with the Esmeralda.
Yeah, because I got cut off with Alexander and I had that scenario going. I will let you know that both Rictavio and Esmeralda are sitting at the same table, and they seem to have been talking the entire day. You can see like some empty glasses and some plates from their dinner, and they're just been sitting here having a catch-up meeting, if it were. What would you like to do?
I'll approach the table, acting like I kind of know them, but not super well, because I don't want to bring attention to us.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, reminiscing, are we?
Oh, yes. I was just telling Esmeralda here that I've started a carnival. Haven't found any talent yet, but that'll come in time, won't it? I'm sure it will, Doctor. I mean, Rictavio.
Maybe after this I'll help you out by acting, but let's hope that everything goes well. But I just wanted to give you an update of where to meet.
Yes. What were we going to do? When did you want to go? I mean, I heard first dawn, right?
That is correct. And we're going to be meeting on the west side entrance, a little bit further up the road past the gate.
Fair enough. Shall we bring horses?
I
Don't
would
think-
recommend that.
I don't think carriage would be suffice, so I'll leave the carriage in town.
I actually talked to someone that's going to be joining us, and I think he discouraged the carriage since it seems like we'll be going through winding paths that are a bit too small.
Yes. I do believe I understood that much as well. I will leave my carriage here, but for taking horses, I will definitely grab mine. Esmeralda, do you have one? No, I don't. I have to be blunt. Like, I got caught on the way here, and my horse got killed in the fight, but I'm all right.
I was just going to say, you could just ride with me then, since I have my horse that I earned from King Murdoch's, wonderful achievements.
Fair enough.
But, do you need to know anything else, or do you need to tell me anything else that I might need to tell someone else in the party to know?
Don't be surprised if I bring a pet.
Don't be surprised by my pet, as you just see a skeletal dragon pop out of the road a little bit, popping his head out.
Yeah, he says, oh, Barovia does strange things, does it not?
Yeah, I kind of actually am growing to the look of it. Kind of makes her look intimidating. I kind of like that kind of style.
Well, spellcasters around here are very intimidating, I give them that.
Oh, you don't need to repeat that twice.
I won't.
But what are you guys saying then? Or do you want us to meet you just there, or do you want to meet halfway?
Oh, we can all meet at the gate, that's not a problem.
Alright. Then, what I'm gonna do, then, since you guys are reminiscing, I'll buy you another round before I head off to bed.
And I do need to take care of some business. So excuse me, Esmeralda. And we'll see him go over here and place an order. And the lady just goes back to the kitchen and she brings out this raw steak and an apple. And he bows his head to her, says thank you, and wraps it up in like a parchment paper and whatnot and takes it out. And he's like, good day.
You know what his pet is? I didn't even ask that.
I forgot to ask as well. I mean, he just now brought it up. I guess he's going to go feed it?
Hopefully it's not gonna want to feed on other people, but are you staying at a place right now, or are you just
I managed to get a room.
wandering about?
No, I managed to get a room. So
Just making sure, because if you didn't, I have room.
Oh, well, should have said that sooner. Already bought the key. Kind of pulls it out and wiggles it.
Uncharacteristic. Oh my god, I can't say. Uncharacteristic. Oh my god.
Go ahead, you can say words.
Basically,
Uncharacteristically?
I'm trying to say words. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna offer her a drink and be like, I don't drink often. If you want to share a drink, and then we head off.
Fair enough. And she'll take a drink with you and sit there and let you reminisce over. You can have some small talk with her if you want. I would say like the hour is around 7 p.m. in case anybody else wanted to come into scene or anything else.
Really, the only thing I can think of, if you're gonna bring anyone else, I'm gonna look like Oria right now, so I don't look like Julia.
So
but
you
I'm
look like your token.
also I look like my token, and I'm gonna act inconspicuous, and then after the drink, I'm gonna just start heading to the, room. But I'm guessing we see someone pop in.
Yeah, a very familiar Lord Vassal von Holtz.
Well, when he does me walking into my room,
So he kind of like looks around and he's like, walks over to you before you like stand up and walk away. He's like, "Excuse me, you seen Irina around? I have not seen her all day."
oh, I have not. I'm sorry.
If you do see her, tell her I am looking.
Oh, of course. But I don't know if I know this Irina too well. Is she just a pretty lady that I saw a while
Oh
ago?
wait, okay, you got me all confused too. Hold on a second.
Because
I gotta
technically-
retract. Yeah, you screwed my whole thought process up. Sorry. I guess if Bay wins there, he would go up to his friend and say, "Friend,
Hey there.
haven't seen you in a while. You've been busy, I take it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was wondering if you can help me out with a query, if you will. I am kind of wondering where a certain person is."
Who might that be?
You remember that fine, good-looking, red-headed woman I was with the other day, Irina?
Irina. Yeah, I remember.
I dearly miss her company, and I was hoping you could help me figure out where she is. I have not seen her all day.
The last I saw her, she was with, Isaac.
His eyes narrow. Oh, really? Well then, that puts a damper on things, doesn't it? Well-
How so?
Well, oh, no worries. I guess I'll have to go over there and ask how she's doing, if Isaac has something to do with it or not. Barkeep, and he places a couple gold pieces on the table. Fill my friend's cup up, if you would. Until this coin runs out. He kind of like pats you on the back. Thanks for the info, my friend.
Oh, anytime.
Yes. And he'll like casually just start to walk out.
Now,
We're never getting to the Amber Temple, are we?
no,
That's
I
what
was
I'm
just
starting
saying,
to think.
I'm
This is
sorry.
just my question because I'll be ready to head to the Amber Temple. But I was just gonna say, like, did I hear that or was I already gone?
I mean, yeah, I would say you'd be able to hear it just because whenever I talked to you, I was like, oh, you're right. Julia's who he knows. He doesn't know you as his character. So I had to rewind that. So you can still be there for that conversation if you want.
Let's roll a perception. If I roll low, then I'll just go off to my room.
You were. Sounds fair. Good night.
Yeah, good night.
I mean, you can always
I
buy
just thought you've
yourself
been a nice
advantage.
friend. No, I'm gonna be honest. I really want to go to the Amber Temple.
Yeah. So Esmeralda will like go towards her room at the same time and walk with you if you want. But yeah, eventually
Yeah,
he's like,
I'll do.
and I think like she's got the room across from you. She's like, "Oh, you're right across from me. Well, if you need anything, I'm right next door."
Same as me. Then I'll see you in the morning.
Fair enough. Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, like I don't actually see like that kind of setup, but we're gonna say there is. All right. Dravos, is there anything special going on while you're alone with Casimir?
No. I think I'd after you said he had something on the stove or something like that. I think after he has his meal, I'd help him with the cleanup, and then I'd just pass out.
All right. So everybody else is ready to go into a long rest at this point, or no?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I am ready.
Awesome. So, Dravos, as you fall into
Yes.
slumber, you hear the whisper of 5 heads speaking as one, almost as if they rise as one. But we don't have that campaign of Tiamat, so we're just gonna have to settle for this. You hear the voices of the deity Tiamat speaking through you in whispers, like it's separate whispers. They're all going, reclaim, get, retrieve, bring back, release. Just all separate words. Each head is like saying a separate thing, and it's just kind of like haunting your dream. You think for a moment you might have a chance to actually say something in this dream?
Release what?
Your path, your path, your path. Your path has been chosen. And then you get the visage of the Amber Temple as if it was like an aerial view. Please,
Okay.
bring, come, gather, unleash.
'Tis my plan.
Yeah, it just seems like a very like moment
Well, I
where
was going
they're.
to add a little more to that.
Oh,
I
okay.
was going to be like, it is my plan, and then with a short pause, and then I was going to continue on with, what specifically am I looking for?
Can't see, not far, can't figure, no rights. Apparently, they're complaining that they can't tell what's inside either, but they know what they need is inside, is what you're getting from all the senses.
Okay.
Disturbed, incomplete, restore, relinquish, unleash. Each head seems to be snapping more loudly and proudly than the last.
I shall do what I can.
And your dream fades at this point.
Okay.
Is it the Morning Lord for good old Baywin? I gotta get into my goody two-shoe theme right now. Hold on. Or think if it's possible. Can you make a religion check just to see if this knight is visited?
Absolutely.
Because, yeah, low rolls make it to where I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's a
You know
low
what?
roll.
You know what? Thank you for making the night easy. But I will leave you with this. You do have a dream. And there's like a tree on a hill. And there seems to be what looks like lowered branches, but you can't quite make it out. And the sun just kind of like shines down at it, but there's a lot of gray imagery behind where like the shading of the sunlight would be. Like it's not like completely dark shadows, but it's like grayed out as if the color was erased from this part of the picture of the vision. But just the sunbeam and where it hits the tree is all in color. Everything outside that beam is like all grayed. But after that,
Interesting.
you just kind of like wake up from that visage.
Do I remember this tree? Seen it any time?
It looks like any other tree, and it's like on top of a hill. It's kind of isolated. But what was weird was the branches. I tell you what, make a perception check, and I'll give you further insight on this if you get good. Let's see if Baywin gets good.
My
10.
perception.
Not so much.
Not by much, but a lot better than not. They don't look like branches. The closer you look at this, it almost looks like rope. And then the dream cuts off.
Interesting.
And who else is kind of tied to things? I think Freya's just been like, unless you send her to her plane, is she out doing anything or what? Or do you have any commands for her?
Oh, Freya?
Yeah.
Probably scouting out the area, maybe to see if there's any suspicious activity going on.
Make a perception check for her.
Yeah, I'll do it for the pseudo dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And they do get advantage with sight, hearing, and smell.
That's about all 3 senses that matter. Go for it. All right. I think Freya would notice like a raven in the like. Is she staying in your room or is she floating outside? I need to kind of like know where she's doing her scouting.
I think I would have sent her outside the window, flying outside.
So around the tavern, then, right? Yeah. One of the scenarios that she catches is one of the ravens turning into a human, and that was up by the roost.
Well, that's badass. Would I wake up to that, or would I kind of like
Well, I don't know. Do you think
keep
Freya
telling
would
her to keep
alarm?
watching?
Yeah, like when you wake up, like Freya would relieve this information onto you with your psychic
Okay.
connection. Yeah. But as far as like you having a dream or anything like that, no, nothing comes to mind. Like the
Nah,
connection.
don't worry.
You know what? I take that back. There's like a lot of. You do have a dream, but it's one of those dreams like you could easily forget it because it doesn't make sense why you had it anyway. And it's just nothing but like a static coming from a TV. Just a blizzard static.
Huh. I don't know what this TV is, but it looks kind of fun. I like the weird static going on.
Yeah, you just have a blurry dream that has no picture, no color, no life to it, just black and white, blurring in and out, not even focusing, and it just loud buzzing noise in your ear. But other than that,
Alrighty.
everybody's able to achieve a long rest. The morning comes, and the morning is yours.
And then we all meet on the road.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say when I wake up, then I'd get ready and then hop in the saddle of my horse and wait for our friend to.
Wait for
get on.
it.
Probably I'll wake up as well and see if Esmeralda's awake as well and travel with her.
And Rick Tavio
Obviously,
tells
Baywin
you guys
and
that
also Nikki. I mean Alex.
actually go ahead and have a conversation. I gotta look something up for Rick Tavio.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you ready to leave?
Yes, I'm ready to leave. By the way, have you seen
Okay.
Dravos?
He should be waiting for us at the road.
Alright.
Have you seen Baywin?
I think he was still up in his room.
Let's try to get him. He might be one of those heavy sleepers.
Maybe.
Oh, wait, there it is.
I kicked the door.
Oh, if the sun is up, I'm not in my room.
I didn't hear him leave. Oh well.
Yeah, because I always go and at sunrise. I always go and pray.
Well, if he's not here, the only other logical place that he would be at the that church, wouldn't it? He does follow their pantheon.
I'll let you go ahead then. I'm going to see if Esmeralda is ready to go.
He'll show up. Actually,
He would have a horse.
I need to get some breakfast in me. I've had some troubling thoughts last night.
Oh, do you care to share?
Not particularly. It was one of those dreams where you just kind of forget what happens after having a terrible nightmare.
Oh, it sounds like my dream. I just saw something that was static and stuff like that. And I had this weird letters pop up called T and V.
I didn't give
Maybe
you that as a reference, but okay.
I'm just joking. I'm
I
trying to
know.
explain it.
You're killing me. You're killing me. No, you're fine. I just need to know where this one place is real quick. So yeah, keep talking amongst yourself. I'm just inquiring because I might have a useful place for us to go to.
Oreo, would you be willing to buy me breakfast? I've kind of lost all my money while buying a medium-ranged weapon for me.
Didn't you earn 10 gold last night?
Oh yeah, that's right. Duh. Retcon that. Retcon it.
I will buy you hundreds of pounds of wolf steak, but you have to eat it all at once, even if you die.
You act as if that's a challenge.
It is.
I have eaten boar.
Yes, but have
Not
you ate
as
100
much as
pounds
that
of meat?
beef milk.
Where is the actual world map at?
But
But after that, I think I would just head to the road where Dre was pointing out.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
and I-
detour to like anywhere, but you know.
And I would catch up because after my morning prayers, I would catch up to everybody.
Alexander, while eating breakfast at the bar, bartender, may I ask you a hypothetical?
Sure. What's on your mind?
What if someone you trusted and traveled with for a long time asked you to kill someone that you were really close to? Would you follow the one that's trying to give you information and enlightenment, or would you protect your friend?
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I got this straight. You're wanting to check to see if you should... Okay, hypothetically, of course. You're asking me, would I kill somebody or stick with the person who's telling me kill him, or would I backstab the person trying to tell me to go kill somebody?
Yes.
Yes. Backstab the person who wants you to kill somebody, because you're not supposed to murder people out of command. That's stupid. Think for yourself, lad.
Not even if they've engrossed you with many knowledges of a past.
I don't know what kind of voodoo you're into, friend, but going out killing people is not the way to go about it, is it? Think about that.
It is something to ponder, at least. Thank you.
You know, have a good one.
You too. For also really good breakfast. I'll make sure to recommend.
I'll let the old lady know.
Yeah.
It's nothing but
And
wolf steaks, but whatever.
And Alexander walks out.
Alright, so for this journey, our party consists of Esmeralda, Van Richten, and Casimir along with the party. So what I will do is go into my OneNote and make a note of this. If it's an Oblinsky. Oh, there was an order was made for an Isaac Dow. Do you still want that?
So cool, we're picking up background noise, hon.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. This is why I hate not having push to talk. I've just been working with that for a while.
Just eat your phone. It'll be alright.
Just consume phone.
Oh,
Or I'm going to try to fit in my mouth. Blah, 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 blah.
well, I mean, Pickle would do that, right? So we have Esmeralda, Van Richten, and Casimir. And Casimir, okay, so Casimir and Dravos are waiting at the side of the road as the rest of you kind of come. And also, like, Van Richten took a side tour real quick, and he says, I'll meet you guys, right? So he'll be further along. And then eventually we see him come through the town with a saber-toothed tiger.
Oh, pretty.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if we got a picture of that saber. Probably one here, right? But apparently that's where he was taking that meal off to. Ooh, it's an armored saber-toothed tiger, no less. So there you go. So there's that. And I will definitely pull over all their tokens here so we can... Just gonna have that out there in case we need it.
Can we still use the hammer as a token to know where we're at?
I was gonna use that instead.
Oh, okay. That works too.
Also, is that Van Richten's mount? Like, that's terrifying.
What's his pet?
That's what I was saying. It's a saber-toothed tiger from what you're saying.
Yep. There was a scenario we didn't get to see play out, but remember those two boys that you were flirting with?
Yeah?
They were gonna go and raid his carriage, and they were gonna release that thing onto the town. But it never happened. Like, the event it was supposed to happen for kind of got ruined because you guys had to go to the castle, so... I need Casimir. Get him on the board, and then we'll be done. Can I not spell his name correctly? There it is. Casimir. So, Casimir will come into the group and notice that you have these other 3 people with you, or the creature and the 2 people. You know, this is a lot more than I expected. I actually feel a little bit more confident about this.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel too afraid now since we have, well, the best way I can describe it, 2 vampire hunters. And the hell is that thing? As I point to the weird saber-toothed tiger.
Oh,
And
this
Travis
is
is like, I don't know what it is, but it's pretty.
as you guys point out the tiger and he gets closer to the group. This is my pet. I've been training him to, and the tiger instinctively starts growling at Casimir. He goes, whoa. Down. And Rictavio kind of like commands. Have you been around the Festani? I was living with them, yes. That's the only reason she's reacting to you. I have been training her to kill Festani. No offense, Esmeralda. None taken, they're all a bunch of shits. But...
Yeah, I agree with that.
Drunk shits at that.
But, I don't even think he named this tiger. I don't think there was any reference to names for this tiger, but he just kind of like, don't name it if you don't want to get attached to it. But he's like, I figured I shouldn't leave this tiger without somebody to take care of it, and it would do better for us to bring him with instead of without.
Just name it Roach.
Brody, no, we're not letting Jerry have any credit in this scenario. Get the fuck out of here with your witchery here. Now, I ain't having none of that. Jerry can go ride his own snotweed.
Oh, I'm so close!
You don't think I played that game? Come on now.
She
But,
almost got you with that, though. I will say that.
Yeah, well, Jerry
I
can
was gonna
just...
be so happy if you didn't catch that.
Oh, I caught it. Alright. Like, I'm a little slow on the uptake, but I'm not always slow. Alright, so at the same time here. Yeah, so you guys are going to start heading out. Do you want to plot a course in particular, or... I mean, Casimir will definitely lead the course if you want.
I actually did have a course in mind.
Actually, wait a second. How is everybody dressed?
Oh, yeah.
Because
that's
didn't
quick.
you say it was real cold? We need to have cold weather gear on or something like that. I'll say that to everybody.
Yeah, Van
I-
Richten will, like, point to his bag and says, my winter clothes are ready. What about yours?
I don't have cold weather gear.
Nor do I.
And I've never really traveled anywhere colder than a field, like in the mid-tropicals.
Well, like, I feel
think
like
we
this would have been one of those things we should have done the night before, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let me do a
It sounds
convenience.
like
I'll do a convenience backflip for you. I will say you all have winter clothes as long as you have 5 gold to spend on it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Roger that, Captain.
Yeah, this basically pays for boots, cap, and cloaks to cover your armor, and any like a scarf or something to keep you warm. You can use your loyalty points to buy skins to give you the best skin that fits your need, but you know. But at the same time, you guys are pretty much all prepared. I'm not going to make you run back into town and get clothes after that whole shindig to get you here this far. But yeah, Rictavio will say, well, we'll start heading out. Was there a particular route you wanted to take? Because I do have a suggestion as well.
Well, I mean, I have a suggestion.
Yes.
All right, so, and I will pull out the map, which looks just like this.
Right.
And I'll be like, I say we turn left about here, and then we will follow it down to about here. And then we'll go through this little pass right here, follow that around into this area. And then we follow that. Hold on, let me get the ruler.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, I get the
we'll
gist of what
follow
you're
that.
saying. He
Yeah,
says,
and then we'll just follow it to the bridge.
He says instead of going this way though, he like points here. Let's take a right past the bridge.
Okay.
And if we head over to this location here, we can do a little bit more stocking up.
Okay.
I've been
Your idea sounds good.
No,
Sounds
I
like a
mean,
good plan.
I just want you to know that's where I've been stashing some stuff. So we'll go there, stock up on some stuff that I might have laying around, and hopefully that will make the trip that much easier.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Very well then. Let us be on our way. And I would say you guys would be able to get to Van Richten's tower with no conflict at all.
Okie doke.
Since it's so close. And since there is a handout for this, and there is a map too, I guess. Let me see.
You know, now I kind of feel bummed out that we didn't actually stop there because we could have very possibly gone to Van Richten's tower if that is his tower.
Yeah, but he wasn't there, you know what I mean?
Right, and for all we knew, it could have been guarded.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. You now have like ways to unlock that lore. Now you're getting to see what's actually there. So here you go, Van Richten's tower. Very simplistic. You can move your tokens on the field here if you like. I don't know if you can actually see anything without doing that. And
Oh my god, Dravos is so big.
Julia is so small.
Oh no, I shrunk.
here, hold on, let me try enlarge and reduce. Under layers of mud, this wagon sports a fresh coat of purple paint. Okay, so she didn't ride here in that wagon though. Huh. I mean, I could just give you guys all this stuff that Esmeralda had on her.
That's up to you, bro.
Not really as up to you.
I'm gonna look in here. But this is technically as if because it belongs to Esmeralda. I don't think she had it here. I think it's sitting in the other place.
Oh, that is cool. If I was playing a Tinker Gnome. Oof.
Yeah, this thing it actually looks pretty cool. It does stuff. So
I'm looking at
see
all
that.
those details. That is like really pretty.
yeah, Esmeralda walks around in style. There, my friends. That is pretty good detail. Even I'm starting to appreciate it.
Like I said, if I was a Tinker Gnome.
All right, let me see what all's
I
here.
wish,
Go ahead.
I was just saying, I kind of wish like earlier we made friends with her instead of just kind of like ignoring her before.
On this side here, we have rotting wooden beam supports the scaffolding, which groans and creaks with the slightest of breeze. A series of ladders and platforms leads to a hole in the northwest wall of that third floor. Looks like scaffolding going way up. Let's see what this is. Good lord, excuse me.
That would
The
be
tower
me.
door is made of iron, with no visible handles or hinges. In the middle of the door is a large embossed symbol, connected series of lines with 8 sticks figures set around it. Carved into the lintel above the door is the word Kazan. Huh,
Ooh.
interesting. Hold on a second, I'll show that to you guys.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna probably ask Van Richten and go like, "Huh, how interesting you have here."
Yes, be careful, the door is trapped.
Dravos, don't open that door.
Open
Don't
the
do
door.
Do you want to touch the door?
I'll hit you with the newspaper.
Nope. I do not want to touch the door. He just told me it's trapped.
Probably
Oh, wow.
somebody.
But I could definitely admire the artwork.
Is
And
it
the symbol on the
runic?
door is the key to disabling the trap.
Is the symbol on the door runic?
Alright, well, hold on, I'll give you a descriptor. And this is optional because Van Richten's here with you. You come to the cold mountain lake, enclosed by misty woods and rocky bluffs. Thick fog creeps across the dark, still waters. The trails end at a grass-covered causeway and stenches of 100 yards across the lake to a flat, marshy island with a stone tower on it. The tower is old and decrepit, with collapsing scaffolding clinging to one side where a large gash has split the wall. Time-worn griffin statues, their wings and flanks covered with moss, perch atop the buttress that supports the wall. Parked near the base of the tower, within sight of the entrance, is a... well, no, that's not there. So the tower stands 80 feet tall. It has 4 levels from the looks of it, and mostly intact slate tile roof. Second, third, and fourth floors above have arrow slits that are about 6 inches wide, 3 feet tall, and 1 foot thick. Tower's uppermost level overhangs the levels below it and has a window box in addition to arrow slits.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, if I'm gonna be smart about it, I'm gonna go like to Van Richten and go like, "Oh, you lead the way. I don't want us to die from us doing dumb stuff." As I like slowly stare at Dravos, go like, "You know what you did."
Hey.
Just reading a couple
That's okay,
things.
Dravos. You're fine.
This is an interesting door, Mr. Sorry, but your name's totally blanking my mind at the
You can
moment.
call
I'm
me
sorry.
Rictavio. I'm still the newcomer.
Mr. Rictavio. How do you mind me asking what symbols they and what they mean?
The lines of the symbol on the door reveal the proper sequence. Now, stand back. Oh, okay, I see what it's about. Hold on a second, I got this is definitely getting crazy. Alright, hold on, I gotta... The lines
He
in the
says
symbol on the
stand
door.
back, and Dravos just backs up 5 feet.
So, yeah, I think we start to see him stand directly in front of the door. And he seems to be, like, nervous. He's like, oh, dear, I probably should have thought of this a little bit faster. But, and then he, like, starts positioning his arms. So, first he goes up in the air with both arms. Then he goes left arm down, right arm up. Then he spreads out into a T shape. Then he brings both arms down. And then he brings both arms up. Then he goes left arm up, right arm down. And then from there, he goes straight back out. And then he ends with both arms coming down. And then the door slowly...
Holy cow.
Out of
Hey,
character. I
Macarena.
thought that looked like people.
What's it?
Oh, I was saying out of character. I thought that looked like people because I was looking at it, I go like, oh, little symbols, and I see like, hold on, that looks like stick figures.
Yeah, so basically you guys would have had to mimic that, and the door would have opened. Like, that would have been your task. But because the person who knows how to disarm it's here, you don't get the pleasure of figuring that out. I mean, you could have if you wanted to, and you could have said, can I take a look at this and try? But nobody said anything ahead of time, and I just went ahead and opened it for you, so there you go. Where is Van Richten again? I am almost certain he's not under Bride. Oh yeah, he's Rictavio. Keep forgetting that. We'll just say they're with you in case we need them. In this first floor that you're in, flagstone floor is strewn with debris, and a few old crates stand near the east wall. A torn curtain to the south partially obscures the tower's vestibule. A 5-foot square indentation in the center of the floor contains 4 pulleys attached to a taut iron chain that stretches up through a similarly sized hole in the rotted wood ceiling. Standing next to the chains are 4 tall clay statues. Four
And
clay
Dramos
statues.
is just going to move to the other side, away from the boxes.
I'm guessing you trapped this entire tower.
Most of these traps were already here before I got here. I am just borrowing it.
So, do we have to worry about it, or do you got
Long
this
as-
down? Just because
long
I
as-
don't want to kind of be like, what?
As long as you don't touch anything, you should be fine. Touch where I touch, don't touch. But yeah.
Got it. Don't telephone. Tell Dramos, don't touch what he touches.
I'm gonna move you there for a minute, Baywin, because there's something in the way.
So only
Oh.
go where he goes. Got it.
Yeah,
All right.
spread the word. Keep it going.
All right, everybody. Only go where Rictavio goes.
Yep.
And me, I'm staying away from those boxes.
Why do I have a sudden urge to create art now that I see these stone golems?
All right. So, I'm just checking this tower to see if
It's
there was
not
actually
Sunday.
anything pre-populated. Like, I kind of envision this place being like a place where Rictavio stashed away some few necessities. So I'll just say, like, he opens up a crate, right? And he starts pulling out some supplies. You can see him pull out what looks like, and I better write this down for my own knowledge. We'll say he pulls out 3 potions of healing. He will pull out a very elegant looking mace. And seems to have like some decorative arcane emblems on it. And he looks around to the party and he kind of like holds it up. Can anybody use a mace?
Not particularly.
Kind of like,
The only person I can think of is Balin.
I can use any weapon.
this one here is a little bit more enhanced than a normal mace. Above table, it's a mace +1 if you want to use it. He's kind of like offering it if anybody else can put it to use.
I mean, is a mace considered a simple weapon?
It is
No,
a simple weapon.
Is it simple? I thought it was martial because
Yeah.
of weight.
Yeah, I thought it was a simple weapon.
All right, well, whatever. You two can
It
fight
should be a
over it.
simple weapon.
And I just tell him I'm a bow user myself.
I prefer to use my fist, though it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some like an actual weapon in case if the enemy
You
is
two
too
can fight over it.
corrosive.
It's up to you.
You use a
It
bow, you
doesn't
say.
matter to me.
How about you, dear? Kind of turns to Boria. Do you use any kind of weapons in particular?
The only weapons I use are the daggers, but I'm so far the only spellcaster that attacks from far. So unless you have something that helps me with spells, having another weapon is not going to help me too much, since I don't want to be close by.
He
Alex, I
will
don't want to be arm's reach.
he will open up two other crates and he will simply say these were trophies from past kills, if you were. And he will pull out what looks like a very elegant looking bow, a long bow that kind of has like elvish lineage to it. Like you can definitely tell it's not like, it doesn't look ugly like an orcish bow would, or like just plain ordinary as a human bow would be made. It definitely has like little etchings and carvings and small leaves tied into it. And he kind of like hands it over to Draper.
Literally drooling.
Yeah, he hands you this longbow, and above table it's a longbow +1 if you want to add it to your inventory.
Yes, I do.
And yeah, I'm just kind of like giving you the flavor text, is that it looks like it has like elvish symbolism to it. And did roll 100 earlier about rare items. He will open up a small jewelry box and you will see 2 rings. And he says more trophies from previous kills. And these are 2 rings of protection above table, and he will offer them up to whoever needs them.
I will grab one.
I will take the other.
There you go.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
Sure,
You... Oh, come on. You're a muck who has all these abilities that can do stuff. What are you crying over?
But I'm also frontline. Dravos is in the back shooting.
Yes, but I also have a tendency of getting surrounded.
Yeah, he's
Well,
retarded.
maybe
I
just
think
don't
that's
get
your fault,
surrounded.
Dravos. I think that's your fault, Dravos, there. That's kind of the truth. You kind of run in when you're a bow user, and you go in with a sword.
Well, sometimes you just don't have the space for bow shots, and you have to use a sword.
Well, then you evade around.
Alright, look. I'm not going to let you argue about this. He hands out another case and he hands it to the monk. These might be better used by you. And you open it up.
I open.
Yeah, it's a bracers of defense.
Thank you.
I think that's as far as I can go with the trophies that I was able to bring to Barovia with me. I myself have my own supplies. Esmeralda, are you good? Do you need anything? I might have a few trinkets left. And she goes, no, I came prepared just like you taught me. Then, if we are ready, I am ready to leave as well.
I will say, I don't quite see the point of me carrying 2 bows on my person. Do you mind if I leave the regular one here?
By all means. Or you can put it on your horse in case you lose it.
Good point. Thank you.
Well, he is a doctor. Yes, thank you.
He just
Esmeralda.
taps his head and go like, can't lose your bow if it's on the horse.
Yeah, this is true.
Who knows? Maybe the horse can use it.
Has Dravos been riding a centaur the entire time?
I don't know.
It would be awesome.
Just turns out Dravos just never asked.
We never asked what his horse actually looked like. Wait, did his horse even survive? I think his has been alive since the beginning, right?
Yes, it has.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's alive. Murdoch's horse was the one that got killed.
Ah. Alright,
And
well,
then
with...
I have my horse, Acorn.
Yep. And I know you guys are desperate to get to the next location, but we're probably going to call it right there unless you guys got any last-minute shenanigans.
No, I'm good.
Want to touch the door on the way out?
Hell no.
Oh.
I mean, Alexander is kind of wanting to try the door, but we don't have enough time for that. And how many tries it's going to take for Alexander to get it?
You know what? I think for ending it, I would actually ask Rictavio While we're heading to the Amber Temple to tell us everything he's learned so far on Strahd and what we can do, maybe on the way there,
Without saying the name.
Yeah, without saying the name, obviously. We're gonna call him Mr. B, or you know who. Or we'll just call him Voldemort. I don't care if Voldemort comes in here. He's not as strong as Strahd.
I don't know. What would the power level be? Then again, if a kid could kill him, right? All right,
I
so you
think
just
him
ask.
and Strahd would get into a fight over territory.
Probably.
Then Strahd would go like, at least I have a nose.
At least I knows what's going on. All right. Yeah, so you guys all get escorted out of the tower. He reseals the tower door, and you all start riding further away. We'll pick up on the trail as we kind of like go towards the Amber Temple. There's a possibility for random attacks along the way. But you are going to be starting at an early point in the morning. You did put a little distance between you and Valaki. And then next week we'll just pick up on the road. And that is our session for tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. Always a pleasure to get through Curse of Strahd in one piece, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So join us.
Far, anyway.
Join us next week's Wednesday as we come back and see these guys, 7 p.m. Central. Also on Monday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Central, we have our stable campaigns, Elsperia, Mystery of Whisper Hills, and Curse of Strahd. Now, if you want to join our open role plays, those happen 5 p.m. Central on Friday. Anybody can jump into that one. And if you enjoy the role play in Friday, even with the mass crowd that we amass, you can put a sub on Twitch. Link your Twitch to the Discord. Join our Discord, !Discord. And you can join our sub-only campaign on Sundays. Thursdays and Saturdays are my days off. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to do that Immortal Redneck. It's got like a Twitch interaction, so definitely come by. Make my life either a living hell or make it fun. Who knows? And I'm going to try that out tomorrow. I don't know what time because that is my day off and I got to do like day off stuff. You know what I mean? So 2 p.m. somewhere around there. We'll figure it out. Other than that, we will see you next week and say goodnight to Twitch and Facebook, my friends.
Good night, Twitch. Good night, Facebook. Y'all be safe.
Good night, all.
Good night, and please wear your mask. Help us out.
Good night, everyone.
And with that, do you hear the calling? The chaotic calling. Stay tuned. We're going to raid somebody. Stay tuned,
no,
everybody.
it's a Ghost of Christmas Past.
I found one that looked good. All right, so we'll see you next week. Bye. We're going to go raid. Stay tuned.